So, welcome to Dick's Patio. It's Dick and Kate show again. We're gonna get rowdy before we get rowdier.
Yeah, we're going to the Yeehaw tonight. We just discussed
Yeehaw.
my natural environment.
The natural environment of the scum dance. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my shit. I love that place.
I haven't been in what?
I haven't been in like a year and a half, maybe. But I love it. I just love getting like it's so possible we could get into a bar fight tonight.
The last time I was there, I got into a bar fight, so there is that.
Yeah, because those kids just get so rowdy and they have like so much testosterone. Like they can't control it. Like, it's wild.
Yeah, the last time I was there was probably 2009, maybe.
So you graduated high school.
Yeah, long time ago.
When it was still fun, when they would still do like the 50 and 25 cent.
Well, thanks for the follow.
When they would do like
very
that.
quick. I was
That's
unprepared for that.
When they would do like the 25 and 50 cent drinks, and they don't even they don't do that anymore for like so many obvious reasons. But like,
yeah,
man,
it was
I got
terrible.
so shitty there one time. I don't even know how I left that bar and got back to the condo.
Yeah, I mean that does happen. I mean, the last time I was there, I got into like a random ass fight where I ended up throwing the kid through both front doors. I probably told you that story.
Yeah, I love this story.
Where I threw that kid through both front fucking doors. The bouncer was like, "Yeah, he needed to go anyways."
Yeah, it's just so amazing. Like people hate that place, but I think if you go every weekend, I would hate it too.
Yeah,
I'd be like, man, I'm too old for this shit. But like to go like once a year, I'm like, oh my god, today's the day. Like we're going.
Yeah, we could totally do like this one for sure.
Yeah.
But it's a very stark contrast from like the concert I went to on Tuesday.
Yeah, so tell me about it.
So it was Breathe Carolina, Little John, and 303.
That's such a weird lineup. Like I can see 303 with Little John, or I can see 303 with like Breathe Carolina.
Yeah.
But I can't see like Little John with Breathe Carolina. And I saw that Steve commented on that too. He was like, "What?"
Yeah, super weird. Breathe Carolina is no longer like a rock duo. Like, remember, like you was like maybe like I want to go, and I was like,
"What are they?"
No, it was bad. Like
What?
they're like straight dubstep now, like
What?
hardcore dubstep.
Oh,
but there was a
shit.
funny part in their stuff. Like one of the kids, like the guy that does the the rhyming or whatever, he like jumped off the DJ booth, which was like 7 foot off the stage.
Oh, shit.
And like fucked his shit up, like. But I mean, it was the homecoming party, like for them, like they're from Denver, like all that shit. Little John was like his set. So he started with a DJ set,
Okay.
and it was fucking bad. Like even for like DJ sets go, like we're talking like a DJ that maybe has like DJ'd for like a year could probably do as well. Like it was that fucking bad, and then he decided that he was going to stop doing that and hit a rap set, and that was dope. So like he like snapped your fingers, like all this shit, and that was fucking rad.
Super sick.
And 303, like it started real good, but the problem with 303 is all their songs are the same
Yeah,
song.
they never came out with like any new music. They did like the song for the Alice in Wonderland movie or whatever, and I think they did try to drop like another album, and it just tanked.
Well, yeah,
and that's why they didn't go anywhere.
It sounds exactly the same. So the problem is like the first like 20 minutes, I was
do
like,
only
all
have,
right,
like,
this is
one
fucking
sound.
dope. I'm like
Well,
red.
right, you're like in it, and you're like everybody, like you're just jazzed about it.
Yeah, and then it was
but
like, and I drove back too, so I had like only a couple beers, so like it was like I wasn't like in party mode either.
yeah,
So like
that sucks.
So like Dan had a fucking really good time. Like Amanda was having a good time, but she was getting tired too. Like by the end, she was just like
she
was
looked
like
tired.
trying.
Dan
to...
looked tanked for sure. Like in those pictures, it was like
That was early too. That was that was the beginning. So it was like, once their songs like kept going into like the same thing.
yeah.
Like I was like,
I've heard all this shit
Yeah.
for the past 15 years. God,
But it was still a fun time overall. Like I'm glad that like when you were saying that you might want to go, I was like, I'm glad you didn't because it was.
Oh god, I would have been so bored. I would have been like, fuck this.
Yeah,
I can't believe I'm here on a fucking work night in Denver. At least Mission's like a cool place to be, but like, yeah, I probably would have been like, "Give me the fuck."
Well,
out of here.
immediately when Breathe Carolina came on, they were dubstepping out. I was like, I'm glad Kay didn't come because like this is gonna be terrible. And it fucking was.
I literally like last night at Tony's when I was playing beer pong. They were just playing the most kick-ass music. Like all the punk like shit that like I used to listen to in high school and shit like that was just like all like old school, like not old school punk, I guess. It's not like old school punk. But just like all that cool shit. And and then I don't know, like like when you get drunk and then you're talking shit and you're playing beer pong and we were fucking losing, so I was talking mad shit. And like, it was fucking. Anyway, so this guy, like, they turned a dubstep. They turned like electronic music on, and I was just like, fuck this. And this guy was like, well, some people like this because some people like different kinds of music. And I was like, that's nice. Like, that's okay. Like, we don't have to, like, I don't need the lecture about how people like different kinds of music. And he was like, some days I really like rap. And some days I really like classic. I was like, shut the fuck up. I don't care.
Yeah, no fucks. I don't give a shit what you fucking like. This is I don't like. And that's part of the problem. Like, I mean, electronic music is like, I like it generally, but like new rage, like fucking like super duper bassy garbage is like not
like
my
just
jam.
want that kind of bullshit. I can't handle that shit at all. I'm like, I don't know what I'm listening to.
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? What do you do with your body to this shit? Because at least with like...
You fucking spasm.
Yeah, you have like a seizure. That's like what you're supposed to do. That's the music I picture. Like if I got like... Yeah, if my body... Like if I'm like foaming from the mouth and like having like some kind of crazy seizure situation, that's the music I imagine would be playing. Or like if I'm in a haunted house... and it just goes haywire, and the lights are flashing, and I'm freaking out, and like I can't handle my shit. That's the music that's playing.
I mean,
and I'm like, because it's like loud and it's confusing, because you don't know what the fuck, and then you get even more scared because you're like, what is this? Like you don't have like any fucking idea. Like I don't understand. Like I just don't understand. I just don't understand why. That's it.
That's fair. That's fair. And then that's the thing is like people can like what they want to like, and that's why I was like the Breathe Carolina thing was like. Not my jam, especially from like the used to be like that. Like it was like electro like rock scenario.
Yeah, they were cute.
Yeah, and so like that was kind of like what I was expecting, especially like with the homecoming scenario, and then they played some like then they were sort of playing like A$AP Ferg and shit, and I was like, all right, I can do with this. Like, and the light show was fantastic.
Really?
Obviously, the mission's fucking
the people who work there are like so dope.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe how good they are at their jobs. They're,
now
like,
the spotlight person was particularly bad.
They probably were so embarrassed. They're like, oh my god, this shit sucks.
They like could not get it on like anybody.
They were probably also drunk. They were like, I have to be drunk for this shit.
It's 3:03
Started out
day,
rough as hell. Yeah, they were stoned probably too. So I mean.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. That was the only part of the light show where I was like, when they're getting more of the crowd than like the artist. The artist is on stage like 10 feet back.
It's just black. Like the stage is just black. And like they're hitting like all the people in there. They're probably up there throwing up their 303 hands too. So like
yeah, I mean there was a pretty good part in the 303. Like they brought out a choir. Like second to last song, maybe like the third to last song, they brought out a choir and they played My Dick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then they threw out like giant fucking inflatable penises.
Nice. That sounds fun. That would be fun.
And that one was pretty fun. I have a video on my phone that I actually did post that one. On my Instagram, it's the last one. But
I'm gonna have to watch it. I didn't even see that you posted it.
Yeah, it's a full thing. Like that was pretty fun. Like at the end, especially at that point, I was like, I had been up for 20 hours too. So like I was like, all right, I'm kind of like.
You're just dragging ass.
I'm like I have energy as I do, but it was just like I'm not drinking, so I'm not partying, so I don't have energy to party when I don't have some booze in me kind of scenario.
No, I totally get that. Like, I think. I must be such a bummer for like a lot of people who don't drink as much as we do, which sounds bad because I'm like, I gotta have a drink if we're going somewhere. Like if we're going to go do something, I'm like, let's get beers. And it could be anything. I'm like, any kind of sporting event.
Well, I mean, so does everybody else. Like they pretty much need booze.
Yeah, I'm like, fucking, this shit's so whatever. But like, so that kind of stuff, and then like concerts, of course. So like, I am in no way capable of being like a DD because I have to drink. And then like when you get into a concert and like people are smoking like a bunch of weed, so then I'm like contact high too. So like I'm like,
yeah,
it's. And if I wasn't drinking, I would have like I'd pass out like at a concert. I'd be like, oh fuck this. I wouldn't even want to be a part of it.
Yeah, I mean there is that, especially like we're so used to it too. Like we're just constantly like kind of shit faced. It's kind of what it is. So yeah, that's kind of my thing too. Is like I can party if I'm not drinking, if I slept well and like all that kind of shit. Like if I'm like enjoying the music.
Appropriate energy, yeah. But like, yeah, I can see that when you're like tired and just like,
Yeah, you're just like, fuck you and fuck your shit.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, that shit is crazy. Honestly, I'm glad I didn't go.
Yeah.
But I kind of wish I did. But like, I'm glad I didn't. What's the next concert we're going to besides the one at the Yeehaw tonight?
Well, we have tickets for Against Me.
That's right. That's the one that's coming up.
It's a month away,
That
so
we're
there's still
going
possible
to-
in the middle of it.
Yeah,
but.
that's very true. Oh, I did. I like texted Steve and I was like, "Hey, are you going to this?" And he was like, "No, should I?" And I was like, "Me and Dick got tickets." And he was like, "Okay." And he's like, "Just bought them." So I was like, "Cool." And he's like, "Oh, I don't drink anymore." I was like, "Well, then you are gonna have a lot of fun with me and Dick while we are drinking." And you're like,
Oh, look at this. We got. I didn't even notice this fucking shit. How long has this been?
What's
it's
going
only
on?
been a couple minutes. We're good. What's up, Dirty Duckling? I've been good.
"Oh yeah."
Yeah, I've been good. I've been super good. That's Dick Love. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
right? Hopefully, maybe he answers.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, I remember talking to him last time we were on.
Yeah. Where he was like, Dick meet Dick kind of scenario.
Yeah.
I have a story about that too. At my friend's wedding, the bride's dad, his name Richard and Dick, like the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And like when they introduced us, it was like, hey, like it was hey Dick, like meet Dick. Like and it was like, what? And then we got along super well.
As most dicks do.
Yeah, it was kind of funny. Like I was like, all right, yeah, we had a good time, poured a couple shots and did the thing. He paid for it all, so
That's awesome.
in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh, dude. I have to tell you this story just because it was so crazy for me and I should not have even been on the phone. Like, I swear to God. So we hired a new copywriter at work.
Yeah.
And she's like excited to be there and she has ideas and stuff like that. So we were in a meeting on like Tuesday. And my boss, like, so the copywriter was like, "Oh, do you think it would be a good idea if we did?" And like my boss literally, like, I was like, "Bitch." Like, she was like, "No, I don't want any kind of strategy ideas from you until, like, you haven't even been here." And I was like, "You literally hire people for their expertise and you're telling them that they're wrong." And so it's like, it was so horrible. And then we hopped into another meeting with people who run like our digital ad stuff. And they had come back with graphics that
we got it right. It was Dick Love, so.
That's amazing.
Turn the volume below. I don't know why it's not working, but.
I don't know. But like, so we were in this meeting and the team had come back with graphics that like she hated. And she was like, "What the fuck are they?" Like, dude, she was just on one. And so she was out of the office yesterday and today. And I was like today's Friday, right? Yeah. Thank God. I was literally like, "Oh, I fucking have to go to work tomorrow? Like, this shit sucks." Like, that's how horrible this meeting was. She went off and then she was like, "Caitlin, you can leave this meeting because you're really busy and you don't need to hear any more of this." And I was like, "Word."
Perfect. I don't have to hear
Yeah, I
you
was
berate
like,
the new person's.
Well, she was like, if my social media person like came back to me with graphics like this, I'd fucking fire her. And I was like, "Hey."
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was like, so glad I didn't make this graphics.
Man, she's just kind of angry. I mean, that sucks with the small business like scenario, anyways, because like you can't really like talk back to her.
Yeah,
at all.
well, even if you try to argue with her, if you're like, "Wait, hold on," she's like, "No," and you're like, "Fuck." Like, we had this whole situation where I was like, "That's not what it looks like on my side," and she was like, "That's impossible." So I literally had to like screenshot Facebook and send it to her and be like, "That's what it looks like on my side," and she was like, "Oh." After she told me I was wrong, so I was like, it's just been like a crazy 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of probably why you're like sort of over at this point in time.
Oh my God, yeah.
But that's the rule of thumb in that you've been there before. The small business, like when I worked for my fucking dad, he just yelled at me for no reason. I'm like, why are you yelling at me?
Yeah.
You're a fucking clown. Stop it. Like,
What the fuck?
I don't need this fucking bullshit.
Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning.
Didn't smoke enough weed this morning. Like, fuck.
So like me and the other, the guy, the older gentleman that like I work with.
Yeah.
We were on the phone and we were talking and he was like, "Yeah, I have no idea like what is wrong with her right now. Like, she is just," and we don't normally talk shit about her between like the staff. It's just like, we were like.
At some point though, like it comes down to where you're like,
It
man.
has to. Like,
yeah, you gotta let it out a little bit.
Yeah, you gotta be able to vent about
Yeah,
it.
that's
We're like,
the
no lack of love here, but like, you're making me crazy.
Yeah, like stop fucking being
shit.
a fucking bitch.
Like, I should not have to want to drink every time I am done with my job.
When you leave, you're like, okay, I need a beverage just to calm the nerves. Crush. Is that a local brew? It's actually not. It's from 10 Barrel, which, where are they from?
I remember seeing them at the beer festival, though.
They're in Bend, Oregon. You can typically buy it at like local stores and stuff. It's pretty good.
It is good. It's sour.
It's pretty sour. Like it's not the cheapest fucking thing. That 12 pack is $22, I think. Oh, like
the soda.
The soda. What about Orange Jubilee? We had that the other night. The fucking Mad Dog 2020.
Dude, I've been hearing so much about, like, just lately about, like, the Mad Dog, and I'm like, this is nuts that, like, we're bringing all this shit back.
Yeah, well, I mean, we had Hypnotic the last time.
That's true.
I mean, we only got Fireball this time. That's what I was drinking last week, too, but nobody was, like, obviously drinking it with me.
I just, like, because this week has been, like, kind of crazy, and I've been partying a lot this week, so I was like, let's just stick to something classic that I know I'm not going to be, like, totally fucked on.
Well,
yet. Can't handle it. Yeah,
yet.
We're going to end up over at Sundance, and we're going to be doing probably some pretty weird shit. So, like...
Yeah. We'll see if there's anybody else we fucking know over there, because...
Oh, yeah, I was going to, like, post it while we were doing this, and just be like, is anybody going tonight? Because I kind of expect some people to be going.
I asked a couple of people that, like, that I know would like fucking Ned Ledoux, but they're like, maybe... Yeah, that's it. That's exactly what it is. We've done it twice now on the podcast. I need some weird fucking liquor that I can buy at the liquor store. Like, you need it. Like we did soju. We actually have some of it left up there if you want any of that.
No.
It's a rice wine scenario. Like, it's a little rough.
Avery loves his like rice wine sake. So.
Yeah, and that, like, I'm usually good with like sake, but like that stuff annihilate. Like, I just can't do it.
Did it like fuck you up?
No,
or
like it just like hurt? It doesn't go down well.
Yeah. Okay.
It's too much like fucking like gin to me, and I can't do straight gin. Like,
oh my
I can drink pretty much everything straight, but gin is like, no.
So everybody makes like mistakes, right?
You recommend the soju?
I mean, try it sometime. Maybe not right now. But
maybe after like a couple more beers.
Maybe after I can really just vomit before we go. No, I think so. When I was like younger, and we used to sneak into my parents' like liquor cabinet when we were like in high school, and they have like had the same bottle of gin. They probably got rid of it now. Jamie probably drank. I don't know. Anyway, but like it doesn't exist anymore.
Somebody drank it.
Somebody drank it. But like I got like fucked up on gin one time.
So good have to mix it with Tang.
Oh. Mix it with like the soju with Tang.
Oh, with Tang. I was like, with Jack.
I mean,
that sounds
I don't know about
bad.
this one. I haven't had Tang in a billion years either.
Dude, I haven't had Tang forever. I mean, like any kind of drink like that's just pure sugar, I can't really drink it anymore. I just stick to alcohol at that point.
Which is pure sugar.
Yeah,
anyways.
so that's like I can't do like
Speaking of pure sugar, you might
Tang.
as well go for it.
Well, okay, so like we used to sneak into my parents' like liquor cabinet, and I just got fucked up on like gin one time, and I threw it back up, and so that shit's pretty fucking pain. If you like the feeling of throwing up a pine tree,
right?
Because it stings like so
straight
fucking
up deep throating a fucking like a stick, just like.
Well, and you know, like when exactly. Like when I throw up like hard. Like it's coming out of my nose. Like it's like.
I know.
So I was just like, I felt like I was like bleeding from my eyes. Like it was just a fucking.
Especially when you're a teenager, the first time you're like throwing up like heavy.
Yeah. I was like, fuck this. And then back in the day when we were like in college, Dozer must have been like a freshman. I took him over to my friend's house and we had like a party. And this boy was just slamming back gin. Like he just used to love to drink. So like anything he could put his hands on, he would just drink it. Like he was just pulling from the bottle. And he's like, Kate, do you want some of this? And I was like, no, dude. Once you learn that lesson, you never try for it again. And I'm pretty sure he vomited all over their backyard.
I mean, that was kind of a Dozer thing anyway.
Yeah,
so
like,
just take it to the limit.
Yeah.
This is how he lived his life all the way.
A mess. And I mean, I don't even know what happened. I didn't take him home. I don't know what happened to that guy. I have no idea that night. I have no idea.
God, I do miss that kid a bunch.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking always way too fucking rowdy. I'm like, just like calm down. I don't need all these drugs in me. Sorry.
Well, yeah. Well, and like when he was like good, when he was like okay.
When he was just drinking, it was
just
fucking fantastic.
Fun drunk. Yeah, he was just like a fun person to drink with, and then it was like Yeah, exactly
You're
that. I was
you're
like, man, I can't
You
do
ran
the
from the
rest of
police by running into a bar.
Yeah.
Probably a mistake.
Fucking idiot. Well, and then like fucking says
It's just fucking
I
like,
fucking
yeah, I just
love
pulled
it
in this
so
park, got
much.
fucking got a beer and everything before they came in. I was like,
Serve pitchers of soju and orange tang or pineapple juice for
pineapple juice.
I love that transit. It's pineapple juice from
Pineapple juice. This is what I call it, like pineapple juice.
I just remember. I mean, he
$5.
did.
Pitchers of soju.
Wow.
Tang. It's like fucking K-Bar in Boulder when they used to do the fucking hurricane pitchers. Did you ever go there?
No, I have literally only been to Boulder like to hang out once.
Once. Oh, well, then you kind of missed out on K-Bar. K-Bar was pretty fun.
That's okay.
Because it was right next to the hookah bar.
Oh
it was
shit!
right next to
Oh, I wasn't even old enough to drink when I went to that.
Oh,
hookah
well,
bar.
neither was Tiger, but...
No, that's fair. That's fair. Dude, Tiger did everything before she. Like, I remember being like, "Wait, how old did you just turn?" And she was like, "I just turned 21." And I was like, "I've literally been going to the bars with you for like 3 years."
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, significantly like... Yeah, she just was all the time because she used to work at the hookah bar down in Boulder.
Uh-huh.
And so when
I
we go down
remember.
there, she's like, hey, like, come to K-Bar. And one night we got down there and she was already fucking obliterated. And she's like, come drink a fucking... come get a shot with me. I was like, sure. And she ordered a fucking pitcher of fucking Hurricane, and they made it like extra heavy. So I'm like, she's like starting to like down it, and I'm like, no. So I grabbed the other straw, and just like annihilate entire pitcher of Hurricane, like the whole. Maybe it was an Adios. It was an Adios.
Dude, she was like a fucking rowdy one when she was doing all that shit. So also last night at Tony's, this was probably the first time I've ever felt like my age at a bar, I guess.
Really?
Yeah, because like, I mean, like we were in there, and they're playing all this great music, so I'm like fucking jamming. Like I was just like, yeah, this is amazing. And I'm looking around,
$10 to $15. We drank a lot.
and I see like, dude, like nobody's vibing to the music. And so everybody at the bar, as usual, is like older,
Yeah.
right?
Way older than we are,
Yeah,
typically, especially on a
and-
Thursday.
Yeah, totally. And they were totally dead, like just fucking dead. But like, there's all these like kids in there, and I was like, dude, these kids are not 21 years old. And they, I mean, probably were because they stayed and hung out for a while, and I don't know who would let them in because the bouncers are obviously like
super good
not
over there. They
18, yeah.
they tag every one of us as we go in, and they've
Yeah.
seen me forever. They're like, it's
Yeah.
only until like I've gone in there like 100 times, and they're like, okay, like you're
well,
fit.
and we are so good at getting to know the bouncers too. So it's like once they see us and we have a conversation with them a couple of times, they're like, "You just go in."
Yeah.
But they change bouncers so frequently too. So yeah. But like, I was like, "What the hell?" Anyway, this is my favorite part of this story. So buckle up for this because I was
Alright.
laughing my ass off. I'm about 4 shots in, and I am still nursing this IPA. Like for whatever reason, last night I just could not drink beer.
There's no beer.
So I was just drinking like a mess of Vegas bombs.
I mean,
Which
it
is
sounds
not
good
really
to me.
normal to me. Like I was like,
Yeah, except for like the last time we were there too, like Vegas bomb.
Yeah, I
Vegas
know.
bomb,
Like, I'm
bomb.
just on
When
one.
you said like I got like the drunkest I've been in a while, I was like, I don't think you remember like 3 weeks ago when we went in there.
was
and,
that
like,
when we were there? We saw Perry.
Yeah. Yeah. I was like,
We were on.
I
we
was-
were drunk like I was drunk all day.
I was gonna say if we make it around to tomorrow, maybe we should do the pedicure thing again.
I have a haircut at 10:30, and I don't even know when my haircut is. I should probably check. But yeah, we totally should because I need one. But anyway, so I'm looking at this girl and like her friends are like in the photo booth, like bullshit situation that they set up in there, and they're like having a good time. But you can just tell these girls are like annoying, right? Like these girls grew up on
Yeah.
Instagram, like we get it. They're just fucking annoying. Anyway, so I'm watching this girl drink like what is that blue like cocktail?
Well, that's audios.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I thought those were green.
I mean, they can be, but they should be blue. Should be is the question for that. Like, should be.
So she's drinking this. Like the waitress is bringing them over. The waitress is also their age, so who knows? But like, and I'm looking at this girl, and I was like, something is just like fucking like So you know, like when something's like weird with somebody, and you just keep staring at them because I'm embarrassing and I do that kind of shit. Like, and I noticed that like what is weird with her, like looking at her, this side of her face is fine. This side of her face had not yet been blended like through like her makeup, so she had like her contouring like all like
Just still chilling?
sticks. Yeah, and I was like, it was just like lines of makeup, and I was like,
She was just drinking before it. Was only looking like one side of the mirror, like while she was doing it. Like,
Yeah, and then she
just
just
totally
fucking
forgot
spaced
the
it.
left side. It's like when you like shave, like it's like you shave like half your face. Like I've done that. I went out one time where I had like about this, and I shaved literally just half of it. And I went out, and people were like, "What the fuck is
What
going
happened to you?
on?"
Shit.
And it's just because I thought it was fucking hilarious. Because I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah, I was like, oh my god.
If I did that now, my barber would probably be pissed. But Chris would be
Yeah,
very
he's all-
mad.
He's like, you can't come
Yeah,
to me
he'd be like,
anymore."
"What the fuck?" So hopefully he sees this and knows that I'm not doing that anymore. But I have done that in the
Hopefully.
past.
We'll see.
He might be into that if he did it. Is kind of the thing.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like a
it probably
perfectly
looked
like
good if,
like
yeah,
fucking like
it's,
full like
perfect.
fucking flat razored shit out. Like that'd be dope. But no, it wouldn't be. It'd be terrible.
be
My round ass fucking head as it already is.
I don't know. I haven't seen you without a beard in like so long.
It's been like 5 years.
Yeah, so that would be really wild.
I mean, it was pretty short about 3 years ago. I cut it pretty short, but that's because I fucked it up and had to just cut it shorter. And that's why I don't do it myself anymore.
I would hate to like have that life. It's like everything I shave can be like covered up.
Well, you can see it a little bit more, like
I
those
fuck
kind
it
of
up,
things.
You know, like for some reason, like,
Yeah,
you
like
fuck it up? I
you're
don't
like,
know.
how did you fuck that up? You can see the whole thing. Like, yeah, my whole legs, I can see all of it, but
it's just like a whole like,
it's
strip
just a fucking
that's,
like
real
4-inch
long.
strip on one side, just leave it all the way up.
I swear, one time it was like sometimes you just get in like a weird habit where you just
Thanks for the fucking the items there. Appreciate that. Fucking Micah D. Dope.
or you just like keep missing, like it's like muscle memory. So like when you are like shaving your legs or whatever, you just like keep missing the same spot. And I kid you not, my sister one year, she like shaved above the knee, which is pretty weird for her because she's lazy. But like she had this one hair on her leg that was like
Wicked long.
wicked long, and I was like, "What the hell is that?"
Like, how are you missing that one?
Yeah, I was like, "Just that one the whole time, huh?" And she was like, "Oh, I don't even know what that is." And I was like,
Yeah, it grew out like
That's
3
like-
inches in like 2 days. It's fine.
I'm about to like pull it out of your leg.
Just one hair. That's like the lady we bought the fucking shitty e-bike from, like down the street.
Oh, yeah.
So we like show up on the fucking like Facebook Marketplace ad or whatever and like do the thing. And like I struggled not to stare because she had like 6 like on her face like really like 10, 12-inch long fucking strands of hair. Oh, by the
What?
way, you left this here.
Oh, hell yes! Yes!
So stack that somewhere you're not gonna forget.
God, I fucking leave my chapstick everywhere.
But yeah, it was like 6 strands of that, and then we went to the road to like buy a tire for it and the tube and
Yeah.
that kind of shit because it needed that. And they're like, what bike is this going on? Like, oh, we told the whole story. Like we bought it from like this crazy lady, this fucking e-bike or whatever. And they're like, wait a minute, like the lady with like they were straight up the 6 long. They're like, yeah, like really, you bought that fucking bike from her? Like they were like dumbfounded that we bought this fucking bike because it was like $50. Like we were just gonna like if we trash it, we trash it. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, it's only $50.
But like they were like so like. What? Why the fuck would you buy anything from this fucking lady? But they totally knew exactly what it was, and they were like, "What are you doing?"
That's so weird.
Because
Like,
like unmistakable. Like it was like 12 inches of it, like longer than I've ever had my beard, like and just like 6 of them.
I wonder why.
I don't fucking know. A dirty mirror, like she just doesn't clean her fucking house at all.
Maybe she's a hoarder.
I'm more than likely. Based on
So
like
maybe she
the
doesn't
whole
have-
scenario.
She probably has 50 mirrors. This is
Yeah, it's just like
she just
there's like a
doesn't
bunch of
know it yet.
shit in the fucking way.
Yeah,
Like
like it's a fucking like newspapers
this reminds me
from
of
100
a
years
fucking
ago.
another thing. So I have an aunt who's a bad hoarder, like super bad. Like you walk through her house and like there's like Beanie Babies from McDonald's from like 1985 unwrapped. Like
I hate clutter. Like I would fucking die. Like
it's like walking through like the space between the ottoman and the couch, like the whole house. Well, they're moving to Fort Collins from Colorado Springs. So like my other aunt, she like threw a bunch of shade and like was like posted on her Facebook wall like, hey, like for clutter people, what to get rid of, like all like and she just kept putting them on there, like all these fucking articles and shit. And I thought it was the funniest shit ever when like older sister's like, I think my oldest aunt's like 74.
Yeah.
Or maybe like early 70s. And then this aunt, this Clutter, is like 68. So like, you know, they're a few years apart, but like, you know, the whole life of 70 fucking years basically. And I love when like that old like shade where it's like not like a fuck
It's
you.
so damn sassy.
Yeah, it's so funny.
Like it's professional shade.
Yeah.
Like it's just like.
Because they've been doing it for fucking like 50 years.
And it's like it doesn't like you're like damn. Like and
Yeah, I sent it to my
like,
sister.
Oh shit! You're like damn.
I screenshotted that shit and sent it to my sister, and she was
wavy.
like, "Nice." Like,
It's like so fucking funny. Yeah, you're just like.
yeah, because like their relationship's not. They talk about whatever they talk about, but it's not quite like me and my sister. We're like, we're like, you know, nearly best friends. Like that's my
Yeah,
favorite,
you guys
one of my
are
favorite
super
person
close.
on the planet. Like, so like when they throw shade, it's the best because that. My dad's whole side of the family, that's all they do is throw shade at each other, like all the time. It cracks me the fuck up. You like go to one person's house and like, what's your dad doing? Like, is he doing this? Like some garbage ass thing. And you're like, yeah, well, it's fucking stupid. And then they just go, like they go on their way. It's fucking hilarious to me.
Well, I can't remember if this is like the hoarding thing blows my mind because I used to watch that show, and I was just like, how do you accumulate so much shit?
Right?
And then you just never want to get rid of it. But I don't. Okay, first, just
Yeah, I'm gonna use that fucking like spork
yeah.
like 20 years later.
You're like, no. And I'm going to read that newspaper again. Okay, well, it's from 1947, so.
Yeah, just fucking,
Like,
like, it should be in a fucking museum. That's
yeah,
how old it is.
It's not even readable. Like, spilled coffee on it like 20 years ago. But okay, so full disclosure.
Eligible to the web show category.
To the web show category. I don't know how to. I'm using Restream, so I may not be able to do that.
I can't remember if it was real life or a TV show or a movie, okay? But anyway, so I think they were brothers, but these two brothers like lived together and they were hoarders and they had created tunnels in all of their shit that they had accumulated. Well, one of the brothers one day went missing and they couldn't find him, and when like the paramedics like came through to do like a welfare check, they found him like in the tunnels of crap like in his house.
That's ridiculous.
And I was like, oh my gosh. And then on that hoarding show too, they always show like the infestation. Like there's just rats like crazy. There's like rats living in like the couches. And like, because apparently you can't just fucking get rid of your goddamn couch. But like, you find a couch and you bring it home. I don't know. But people who are hoarders think like everything is stray and it can be loved, I think is like the general aim. But so like, they just bring it home and they love it. And so like, one of these houses had like this huge rat infestation. And like, the girl was like, no, they're my friends. And I was like, okay. Like this, like she needs some. I mean, like everybody needs the help, but like it was just like
at some point you need that check, like hey,
level
like
of
yeah.
help, yeah.
Well, that's
And
like
it was just like fuck. This is.
I'm
sad as
afraid
hell.
that my dad might get to that like feeding like the rodent scenario because he already does it like the rabbits at the house.
Oh no, that's
Like-
also bad.
Like piles of
bunnies
rabbits.
are cute, but bunnies are like not anything to fuck with.
No,
Like I saw a bit on TikTok. I don't know if anybody here is on TikTok, but like
we're on the
making
We're on the
them-
gaming channels.
Okay. So I literally saw this TikTok of this bunny just beating the shit out of this like pit bull. And I was like, yeah, that's like how bad it gets. Like they're aggressive and they'll
Yeah,
bite
they
the
are
shit
aggressive.
out of you too if they can't.
Yeah,
like,
well, the thing is, they have the numbers on their side, like always. But like he does that with like the bunnies, or like there's a pet squirrel basically at the shop now. Or, they call it by name. It like comes by name. Yeah, like it's all, hey, Rocky, like come here. It's like it comes and like all this shit, and I'm like, the first time I saw it, I was like, what the fuck is this squirrel doing in the shop right now? Should I shoot it out? And they're like, no, that's like the pet squirrel, because since I'm not there every day now.
oh god.
And I'm like, no,
Nope.
no, just
Nope.
no.
Yeah, no. We gotta stop that. Oh,
For
also,
now.
so I have a friend who lives up in Montana, and her neighbors, like in Montana, you are not allowed to feed wildlife.
No.
Because of the bears are like nuts. So
Never
in
want to.
Montana, Shell has this neighbor who, they all have like bird feeders, and that's like one thing, but they don't fill them during certain times of the year because then the bears come and eat all
Yeah.
the bird seed. Well, this neighbor of hers doesn't feed the bears, but he feeds like the deer bird seed, which is a big no-no. Deer can like explode if you feed them enough bird seed.
Oh, it's all the fermentation.
It's
so.
it's fucking really bad. But anyway, so he feeds all these things. So the bear sees that like, oh shit, hi. So they have just a horrible bear problem because of our fucking neighbors. So like the wildlife people are out there all the time like,
Stop.
Rob, yeah. If I gotta fucking come back here, I swear to God, I'm gonna take your goddamn bird feeders.
Well,
down.
and that's like the thing, like just feeding the animals. I mean, us here in Colorado, like people that go up into like fucking like moose and fucking elk and shit. Like, what the
People
fuck are you
so
doing? You
fucking
fuck.
stupid. I'm like, you see an animal that big, and you're like, hell
I'm
yeah.
gonna go pet that bitch.
Fuck yes.
No.
No, that's so stupid. And then, like, I mean, in Fort Collins especially. So if you guys aren't from Fort Collins, which you probably aren't, Fort Collins has a horrible raccoon problem. And these motherfuckers get big.
Huge.
Like, huge. Bigger than my Belgian Malinois. Like,
Yeah,
bigger
they get
than, like,
big
a
ass fucking-
Bigger than a big dog. These things are just fucking giant, and they're scary, and they're always pregnant.
They're fucking assholes.
Always. And like people like see a raccoon or like baby raccoons and they're like, oh, I should feed them. And you're like, no.
No.
I promise you they're not starving.
I had to, like,
we live
chase,
in
like,
such a privileged city. We're only just
Yeah.
throwing food.
I had to
out.
like one time I was at the shop and I got out of the truck and I'm wearing shorts and sandals, nothing crazy. It's like
Yeah.
fucking like dusk, and like I had this like. And like there was a fucking like horde of fucking like raccoon like fucking over here. So I'm like fuck like so like get back in the truck.
Yeah,
and
you're
all
like,
you can do is just chase them around in the fucking truck. Like and they're attacking the fucking truck. Like
Ugh.
you're like just they're terrible creatures.
It's so scary. So when I used to live on Myrtle and I would walk to work at the
Mm-hmm.
hookah bar, I used to pass that one house that was like abandoned. The fence was put up around it. It was just, I don't even know what the hell happened in that house. Nothing good.
Bad.
Most likely. Yeah, it was bad. And I remember like walking one day and I look over and I see 3 little sets of eyes and there's 3 little baby raccoons. Well, they're all standing in like the driveway up next to the garage. And like immediately I was like, where's mom?
Yeah,
Because I'm like fucking
they're like
scared.
little bears. Like
Yeah. And the mom, I mean, she was big. She was probably this like fat. Like I was like, yeah, they're not starving
No.
by any means. If anything, it's just getting worse. There's so much opportunity for them here, and it's like wild to like.
Well,
that's
yeah,
like our
there's
problem.
no predator for a raccoon anyways. Especially no coyotes in town, so
Yeah, and like, god damn it, if your dog like sees one and tries to get a hold of one, it's over. So
yeah, and your dog is toast at that point because
Yeah.
raccoons are fucking tough as shit. Like I ever see a car that hits raccoons,
it's like a honey badger.
they like fucking like thrash the car. It's crazy. Like it'll dent like frames and shit. It's wild, and they don't bust open either when you hit them.
Ooh, what'd you hit?
Like they're just a
fucking
solid
raccoon.
like chunk. They don't bust open and like blow all the blood out. They just like underneath them. It's
Oh,
wild.
shit. 'Cause they're so like low to the ground.
Well, and they're so thick, like their
Oh
skins.
my God.
Their skin is like fucking like cattle thick. It's crazy. It's like they have like no real natural predator, especially like here, like whatsoever. They're just assholes. It's like you got like raccoons, and then you got like fucking moose are fucking disgusting here. Like they're just assholes. You can't damage them in any way. Like,
Yeah, you can't get rid
like
of them.
even if a gun, like they don't care. Like
Yeah, and they're like, okay.
yeah, what are you doing here?
Hey.
Yeah. it's crazy like when like snowmobiles like they chase us and shit and you're like, dude, this shit's making fucking like 100 decibels of sound right now. Like, why are they just chase you? It's crazy.
Yeah, and they're fast.
Yeah, and they just blow through snow. They don't give a fuck. But
Like-
moose are like,
Space.
yeah, I don't know.
What? I don't know. Like I think like I always get a kick out of when people are like, I went cow tipping the other day. I'm like, no, you didn't.
No.
There's no way. You can't. It's a brick
Oh,
wall.
I love people that do that. I love
They're
how we have this
so
conversation like
We have this conversation
once a month. Yeah. About people
Because it's so
cow tipping.
stupid. Like,
Fucking
and we're from
liars.
farm towns, and like we both know that like you can't just
No.
fucking tip over a cow.
No,
like,
you're not doing any of that garbage.
yeah, there's no fucking way. Like,
I can't believe anybody like pretends that's a fucking thing.
well,
It's
even
because of
then,
the
I'm
Cars movie. You know that, right? The cow tipping thing.
like, yeah, I know.
Like, this animated fucking movie
God.
caused all of that shit.
Well, that and like jokes from like small town kids, and so people are like, "Oh, that is cool." Then you're like, "No, it's not cool."
You're like,
First of all, it's not cool.
you know how I know you're a liar?
Because you just told me you went cow tipping.
Like, no, you fucking didn't. Fucking clowns.
You fucking weirdo.
Jesus.
Like that's like a good example too. Like I'm like, you think you could tip over? Have you ever fucking hit a cow with your car? You're dead. Like,
and they're fine. They don't give a fuck.
They're like, ow.
You're like a 1,500-pound animal. Yeah, you're tipping a 1,500-pound animal over. No, you can't even push over a man. Like,
like
what was that? A shove? That felt like a tickle. Like, get the fuck out of here.
We once had an issue out on Road 34 where like a bunch of people died. They like same thing with horses. I mean, horses are a little easier to lay down. Just the body structure is different. But like this like family was going. They were driving. The weather was kind of shitty. A horse had gotten out of somebody's pasture. These two people in this car hit this horse.
No, smoking hot.
Nice. Like hit this horse. They died on impact, like immediately. The horse was like, not okay,
yeah.
but it was there. It was like, oh, so somebody else comes around, hits the horse. They die on impact. Horse goes down. Horse eventually dies. And then another car comes around, hits the dead horse, and they had to be transported, like airlifted out.
And that's the thing. Well, this kind of like rolls into my brother's killed a horse with a car and didn't die.
I remember.
Seth was wearing the shirt last week. He loves that fucking shirt. It's amazing. He wore it out to like we play foosball, and it just has Eric's fucking face on it on the front and back. Like you got
Yeah.
one. And
Yo,
so
this is the
Eric,
best
he
shirt.
loves that shirt more than all of us. Like
Eric or
Seth does.
Oh.
Seth loves that fucking shirt like crazy. So like we're out at like playing foosball, and people are like, "What the fuck is like your shirt?" Like that kind of shit, and they're like, "Oh, it's like." My fucking friend's brother, like all this shit, and like we had like I had to explain it like 15 times last week.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
It's
and they're
gonna
like,
be a good shirt.
what
We
is the
should probably
horse hunter?
Bring the shirt back.
Well, yeah.
What was the horse? We'll bring it back sometime. We'll get it printed on like normal cotton, like Charlie's was. That way we can like actually give them out. We're gonna have to rope Eric. into
Well,
one of
no,
these
so I'm
pretty
making
soon.
more. That one's never gonna be made again.
That one's never gonna be made again.
Never
You
again.
don't think you're ever gonna bring it back around in
No,
like a year?
no. So what I'm doing for my
What's the
merch
next one?
scenario is like it's probably Princess Seth.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is a
Princess
good one.
Seth's probably the
This
next
is a
one.
good one. I can't wait to have this shirt. This one's gonna be
Yeah,
amazing.
that one's the next one. So like what I'm doing is I'm building a site right now that all my merch is gonna be up there for pre-order. So it's gonna be like pre-order for like 2 months, and then everybody can like order it and pay their money or whatever. So I have no stock. Then you get your shirt,
We'll
and then
just fill
it's
the orders.
never printed again.
That'll
So
be
it's
dope.
individual, Supreme style, like all
Yes.
that shit.
Dude, I gotta show you actually a picture of something because Mike and I were having a really similar conversation. I was telling him about this and I showed him the Eric shirt. And we were watching something about Michael Jordan.
Sounds about like Mike.
Yeah. And one day Michael Jordan had come back to one of the gyms because he heard this new recruit for the Bulls was talking like a bunch of shit. And he's like, oh, whatever, I'm like better than Jordan or whatever, which I would be fucking terrified to say if I was going
Well,
up against an
there's
NBA
got to be
legend
some
like that.
ego when you're playing the pros.
So Jordan walks in and they do one-on-one and Jordan just whoops his ass. So like this guy is not doing a very good job like guarding him at all. Like you can tell he's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
I cashed a check that I couldn't actually cash.
yeah, oh my mouth read a check I couldn't cash, yeah. And so like he goes, let me see if I can find it. So in one of the he goes, you reach, I teach, and then turns around scores on him. And so me and Mike were like, shit, we should make this shirt because Mike loves basketball. And I'm like, I'd wear the fuck out of this shirt. And then Mike mocked it up and it looks dope as hell.
That's pretty rad,
Yeah,
actually.
I was like, okay, well, we can just have Lindsay.
You know a guy that has actually too much time on his hands?
This one.
To a conversation that shall not be spoken of, but too
Yeah.
much time.
But it was amazing. And I was like, cool, I really want to get that shirt. Let's send it over to Lindsay and get it printed. So we're going to have those shirts.
That'd be pretty
And I
dope.
was like, well, we can't sell them because
Yeah.
we put the official NBA logo on there.
Yeah, I can't really do
It's
this.
the whole, everything about that shirt is copyrighted
Yeah.
already. So
It's not gonna work
we're
out.
like, well, at least we could just wear them ourselves and people could be like, oh my God, where'd you get that shirt?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty cool about that kind of scenario, though,
Yeah.
too. So, smoke that a little bit more. I think I'm going to another bowl. But, yeah, that's a pretty good shirt. I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah, it was sick. I was like, cool, well, we should just probably make basically like a hobby of like, well, the next time we sit down and get drunk, we can just like start creating T-shirts and just like, oh, we got to put that on a shirt.
Well, we can do all that shit. Like I said, like that's what I'm like. That's my goal.
Well, and it's so easy because we have access to
All the shit.
all the shit. Yeah, so it's like, well,
Oh, look, I just need a picture of a shirt and some photo editing software some way or another.
Yeah, we're all good at that now. Like now, I'm like, if you even put like that you do Photoshop on a resume, I'm like, hopefully.
Yeah. It better be a little bit of a thing.
Yeah, I'm like, they teach it to you like literally in college.
I mean, even when I was in college, fucking 15 years ago, we were fucking doing that shit. Like, I think it was CS Suite like 3.0 or something like garbage, like way back in the day.
Yeah, I do like. I fucking dig the fact that like, there's like pros and cons to the way it works out now, right? Because it's like, well, now it's only online in the cloud, but then you're constantly updating.
Yeah, well, you can always.
But you end up paying way more for photos, like this, but not really, because
yeah.
you get all of that.
Yeah, and
so instead of paying $500 for it every year,
or every couple years or whatever, yeah, you get all of it. You get like.
You're paying $240 for it a year,
and you get video editing software, all the shit like for
amazing.
that. So like it creates more like revenue income for Adobe, which fuck Adobe, but
also makes it cheaper instead
the
of
rest of
buying
us.
the entire package. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's $15 a month for fucking Cloud Suite. Like, it's like a no-brainer if you fucking use it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, fuck. All I do is like, those are like my happy days at work when I'm like, don't bother me. I'm doing Photoshop. Yeah, like, don't fucking call me again. I swear to God.
It's like, shut the fuck up.
God.
Working, kind of.
So bad.
Working, kind of. All right, we gotta keep it entertaining over there, not on your phone.
So I'm not on my phone, and I've gotten like 5 messages since we started this, which doesn't sound like a lot, but I only talked to 3 people. So.
One of them's right in front of you.
Yeah, and one of them's in this room. Oh fuck! I don't even know what to talk about. I don't know what to talk about. Like what? I hate talking to myself.
Do you? Oh,
I do it a lot.
We're gonna start another podcast, but it's gonna be hilarious.
Wait, who is?
Me, Seth, and Avery. So we're gonna start another one. But it's only gonna be Seth on the camera by himself, no phone.
Talking to
So
himself.
no, we're gonna like give him a bunch of like talking points for like an hour. So doing like a bunch of talking points that he has to like go through, and like he may know nothing about this topic, but he has to talk about it.
Oh shit!
It's gonna be fucking fantastic.
That's going to be really funny. I'll probably actually watch that one.
It's gonna be the best because he's like, Seth's like, not the most knowledgeable, especially like with random shit.
Yeah, but he's super funny when he's drunk. Before he gets like too drunk, he's super funny.
Yeah. And that's kind of what we're going through. Like last week I was sad because like Avery was like falling asleep the entire time we had Scott on last week.
Oh shit. How was it? Okay, so just full disclosure, the only part of this podcast that I don't even watch ours. Like I never like I'm here for it and then I don't even watch it and I've never watched the Dick's Patio podcast. Like, oh my god, wouldn't you be so I'm like, God, I cannot keep hearing myself talk.
No, I don't want to hear myself talk.
Yeah, it sucks. This is literally why I didn't go into news broadcasting. So like I've never watched any of them, not even the ones that and I'm only on one a month. So out of the like 6 or 8 that you guys have done.
This is 7.
You just did 7 or this is
7
7?
tonight.
So out of the 5 that you guys have done,
yeah.
I have, and then the 2, I've never watched it. But like, but we're here for it, I guess, so it doesn't matter.
Well, and that's the thing is like we have it, and Seth watches them actually. He like puts them on when he's like doing whatever.
That's funny.
But
so at least we know where that one view is coming from.
I mean, who needs to watch their own shit? It's like we're not editing it. We're not doing this shit. So.
Well, like if I worked on the news, right? I probably wouldn't watch the news.
No, who
I'm
would
like,
want to do
oh
that?
shit! I hope it's a rerun. Like, oh my, I hope they're replaying my broadcast.
Let's get better at it as we go, kind of scenario. Like
Yeah,
that.
totally.
But yeah, that one will be. It's gonna be so funny to fucking do that, and I think we're gonna start that probably here in the next couple weeks. It's like
that'll
Monday
be
night,
great.
like kind of scenario, like
Yeah, why not?
just chilling, just doing his thing.
That'll be really good. That'll be really fun.
Yeah, just a straight talking head in a chair. It's gonna be so fucking funny. Give him all these bullshit like topics that he's like, I have no idea how the Large Hadron Collider works at all, but I'm gonna talk about it for the next 5 minutes.
So here we go.
Yeah, well, Just give them like a little like a
Saddle up.
small description, like two sentence description on each thing.
That's really funny. That's a really good idea.
It's gonna be fucking hilarious. So in the future, pay attention to that shit.
Pay attention to that. What's that segment going to be called?
Oh, hey, thanks for the sparks there, Jack. I don't know if he's watching right now, but he put it out there a couple months ago.
That's
What time
cool.
is it now? Yeah, right now. He just did it just now. Appreciate you. I love you. I love you a lot, Jack. But yeah, like that. I think that's what we're gonna do. Like with that, is just try to be just an extra special scenario that's only Seth. That like we just keep handing him garbage or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll
I
just
think
like.
that's a really good
I think
idea.
maybe like do like some of those like random unboxing shows, like kind of scenario. Like in the middle, we'll just throw him like some bullshit that like just a big dildo. Just here you go.
So, I have a couple of friends, right?
He's watching the
you
mixer
know
too.
them. Wait, who?
Hey, Jack's walked in the mixer too.
Oh, cool. Like you know them, and they are old regulars of like the bars and things like that. But they literally had a whole like web series where they would like get really hammered, and then their web series was them opening
doing
the
on beer?
shit. Oh, can I grab another one
Yeah.
for me?
You want to know the same thing?
Yeah. They get
Smash.
really hammered and order shit on Amazon, and their web series was them opening the boxes to figure out what they bought. And it was really fucking funny. And I don't think they do it anymore. They don't drink as much anymore.
Oh, that's too
like
bad.
Dan Jones and those guys.
Oh, those guys. All right. Those
They're
guys.
too busy opening a super sick business right now.
Well, that'll be dope. Like when they actually like get it rolling here.
I know. I haven't so the Fort Comedy thing is up and like rolling, but nothing's been announced about like the business. So I don't know. Like there's that bar that they're going under just was like, we're gonna become like the bar spot, and like, I was like, what the fuck is that? So at least they've announced what they're gonna do with that piece of shithole place.
Well, and that's good too. Like like I said, like kind of like the goal is at some point we can do live ones over there and like with people.
Yeah,
That'd
yeah.
be fun.
That would be a lot of fun.
It'd be super fun.
It's cool because I got the hookup with my brother.
Well, the thing is, like I know a couple of them kids too. Like when they were traveling, all that. I worked on their tour van, all that shit. Like that's that. I know all them motherfuckers. Like,
See, guys, if you stay in the same town for 10 years and live at the bars, you end up knowing people who do something pretty
network a little
amazing
bit.
with their lives.
Just network a little bit.
Yeah,
Like,
one day somebody turns around in like your family or friend group and they're like, "Oh my god, don't tell anybody this." But and I'm like, first of all, wrong person to say that to.
Definitely,
'Cause I'm gonna tell
definitely you.
everybody.
Don't tell any secrets to Kate.
I can
ever.
only keep like 2-person secrets.
Your own, and even that's a
I
struggle.
I keep your secrets.
I don't have that many though.
I don't even tell my other friends. I only have one other friend, you guys. I have a lot of acquaintances. I only have like one other friend. Word does not get around, like I promise. But like,
Well, that person probably could ask me, and I'd tell them too. Like
well, yeah.
if you ask me, you just tell. I tell you. I don't have secrets, so like that's why I'm like, some secrets that I don't tell anybody else. Don't get me wrong. I'm not splitting it that way.
Oh, guys, listen.
But I don't have that many.
Like I don't even. I'm keeping like one person's secret because I am so honestly not allowed to tell it.
Oh, that's
and
what
it's
it
like
is.
the guy I'm dating, what he does for life.
What he does for a living is a weird one. I'm just gonna say.
He's a stripper. He's not.
Things he's definitely not, based on other conversations.
Yeah,
But it'd be really funny if he was, to be
I just
honest.
think I would get
Like,
in a
where
lot of
would he
trouble.
do it? Like, he's like, I drive to Denver every day.
well, he lives in Firestone, so.
Well, it wouldn't be that far, I guess.
Well, just driving to work, like it's normal day job shit.
Except for it starts at 4 p.m. It's fine.
Not if you're the day crew. Now, when you're going in, it's with.
Is
the
there any
breakfast
strip clubs in
buffet.
Denver that are day club?
Dude, I don't know. Like, I don't
Maybe
even think-
Diamond. Diamond might be the only one. Maybe Diamond and
That's what
La
I was
Boheme.
gonna say
Those two right there.
because I don't even know if any of the PT show clubs still exist.
Yeah,
They
they
do?
do. The Centerfolds and the show club does. But not
Centerfold-
Saturdays. Saturdays is closed.
Saturdays was closed when we were all going to the strip clubs. Anyway. Saturdays wasn't closed yet.
It
thought
wasn't until like last
Saturdays-
year.
oh,
Saturdays
shit.
closed, yeah.
I thought we were going to go to Saturdays and we went to show club instead.
Well, because it wasn't a PT's prior to when we went like years ago.
Oh.
It wasn't like they bought it in 2015 on East Colfax, like, and then like there was some problems because it was still the same people, just different name.
So Show Club is the one that we went to.
Yeah.
That one was 21 and up and 18 and up.
Yeah, 'cause they
And
had the 2
then
floors.
The other one, what is the other one called?
Centerfolds, and that was 18 up.
Centerfolds is 18 and up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I was dating Alan, we took his little brother to Centerfolds because he was only 18 the first time he like
Yeah.
came and hung out, or like when I was around, and like it's not fun to drink an O'Doul's at a strip club.
No.
That's all, like, because you're still paying like $8 for it.
Yeah, it's too
for,
much
like,
money,
what?
and then you got to tip out like.
Yeah, and bottles of water at a strip club, by the way, are $5.
Yeah. No, thank you.
Nobody's carrying that kind of
So
money.
the thing, what's crazy
Literally
is
show up with money for one thing.
Centerfolds is super fun because it's way rowdier.
Centerfolds is rowdy.
It gets
Well, I
way
think we went
rowdier
Wednesday.
for like a sober scenario. It's way rowdier, and then like the
Well,
best
the
lap dance
thing
I've
is,
ever
like,
had.
phone
The best lap dance I've ever had was at fucking Centerfolds. Period, and that includes Vegas. That includes like Texas, like all California, all this shit. Like the best one I ever had was at Centerfolds, by like a large distance.
I hope that girl made it through medical school.
I don't know.
She sounds ambitious.
She was very nice. That's all I can tell you.
It's
Like.
a treat.
Yeah, but like definitely like significantly better. I don't know why I grabbed that because there's no coals on there. I gotta flip them over. But like by far the best lap dance I've ever had, without question, was at Centerfolds. I think it was like 22 or something. We just like showed at like 2:30, so like way after they could serve booze anyways. If you're at any of the other ones,
Yeah.
And it was just like she was super dope. Like and like I like a chatty stripper too.
I totally yeah, because you're a talker.
Yeah, I like a chatty stripper.
Because it's like a weird awkward situation.
Yeah.
So you gotta like talk your way through it.
Don't give me like a fucking like I'm just gonna like rub up on you and not say anything.
Yeah,
I
how
need
boring is that?
No.
That's so boring.
like I'm a person, you're a person. I like this, don't get me wrong, but like I need
yeah.
like a little bit more than just
I'm super chatty. I'm chatty like all the time. I'm chatty when I have sex with people. Like
that's fine.
they're
Like
like, stop talking. I'm like, no.
if you don't like this, then see
You're
you
like,
later.
bye.
Yeah. A chatty stripper is way better than a fucking like I'm not talking to you about anything.
They're like, I'm literally only here for one thing. I'm not here to make friends.
Yeah.
And you're like, you should probably be my friend
You know
if you
what?
want to make this money.
If you want friends and you want my money, obviously. So I need to like be entertained. Like
yeah, where's the
obviously, like,
customer service?
I'm not really getting anything out of this deal. Like I'm not the kind of guy that's going to the fucking strip club like, oh, I'm gonna get me a blown out. No, you're fucking not.
No,
Fuck off.
You're not. Also, I like. They hate it when people lie to me about that.
Oh,
stuff now.
they do it
Oh my
all
God,
the
that girl
time.
totally sucked my dick in the champagne room. No, she
No, they
didn't. Like, no, she
Especially not in Denver.
didn't. Yeah,
Especially
I used to
not in
know
Denver.
too many strippers to be like,
They're not doing any of that shit.
they're not doing any of it.
Not there at the club where they can get in trouble.
No,
like-
it's called prostitution.
Yeah,
so.
maybe elsewhere, but not there.
Strip clubs get like knocked down all the time.
Yeah.
So it's like
They're not doing that
obviously,
shit.
No.
They're gonna make their money regardless. They don't need to do that shit.
They're just there to make money and do blow guys.
So like when they're fucking like, oh, but like I got her number. No, you fucking like stop.
No, you didn't.
Fucking idiots.
I got the stripper's number. No, she gave you the number to the self-help line.
Yeah, like this is a fucking like prank call scenario.
Yeah, it's what?
Like you fucking.
Oh man, what was that number? What did that number used to be? That was super funny. Oh, also, we have that pizza place in town called 80s Pizza, or like Totally 80s Pizza. All right, so I was on their website because we were ordering a pizza in, and I was like, well, let's go to a pizza place that I've never tried before, and I've never tried Totally 80s Pizza, but their reviews are amazing. So I'm on their website, and I'm from a small town out in Colorado, and the town neighboring over, like the first note is 867.
Yeah.
And the town itself had to take out 8675305 because people wouldn't stop calling it. Because like the song, right? So like they had to take it out, like of commission, because they were like, people always ask us for new numbers and like it's just a headache and it's not fun. So their phone number is 8675305 or
309.
309. Yeah, and I was like, I bet they just get a bunch of like
I mean, probably,
bullshit
but
like people are like, oh, they hung up again.
did you get some of their pizza?
No, we didn't. We ended up grabbing Crazy Carl's because like,
Delivery.
well, that, and he was like, the crust is too thick, and I was like, it looks the exact same to me as like an.
So
old
my
Caesar's
thing with that
pizza
place
or anything
is
like
it's
that.
like Chuck E. Cheese's pizza was like 20 years ago.
Is it delicious? Because I'm only 23. I'm 29. But, so I don't even. I've literally never been to a Chuck E. Cheese.
Well,
My
that's
parents
probably
did
for the
not
best at
do
this
that
point in
shit.
time.
Yeah, my
Back in the
parents
day,
did
it used to be
not
like the
do that shit.
gym, but like now,
Well, I just feel like
I'm not
it
like
was a
take
lot.
you to like a Chuck E. Cheese now. So don't. You're never going. You've never been. You're never. You're
Oh
never
yeah,
going.
no, totally. I'm not going. Like I don't even think like I would do the same shit my parents did to us to my kids if I ever had kids. Like they'd be like Chuck E. Cheese. I'm like, you're not going to that birthday party. I don't need you to get hepatitis C. Like right from the ball pit. Like
It
from
used
a
to be.
needle.
It used to be pretty dope. Like early '90s scenario. Like when I used to go. But like no. But like that's how totally ate it. Like my cousin loves it, and I'm like, no, dude.
I like cheap shitty pizza, but like I also like really good pizza.
Yeah,
So
I
like
mean,
I'll still eat like a Tostino's pizza.
Tostitos are good though.
Yeah, I know. They're so bad for you.
And I can't
They
eat it
are
at
good.
all, but I'll just
they
shit my
should-
pants. But
Well, literally only the pepperoni ones are good.
yeah, you don't get a Supreme Tostinos.
Never.
No way. Like
I don't even know what
do I need
the-
2-year-old fucking green fucking
Yeah,
onions?
seriously.
Like
Oh, they're so gross. They're
Yeah.
so gross.
no, definitely not. Like the pepperoni or just a straight cheese.
Yeah, pepperoni is straight cheese,
Pretty-
total baller move.
Ready to go.
But like, so I guess I don't really know what their pizza is like, but the reviews on it are like amazing. But I've also learned that it's not just a Fort Collins thing; it's an America thing. People don't know what good food is here until they've had it. So like, I
Well-
guess if you just grow up on like Tostinos or like Chuck E. Cheese pizza, you'd probably be like, hell yeah, this place is thebomb.com. This place is fucking rocks my shit. But like, if you've ever had like a really good pizza, and then you eat a Tostino, you're like, I feel bad. I hate
I
myself.
disagree. I mean, I can disagree because like we like the shit. You ate McDonald's when you got here.
Slaying that shit. I worked all day.
So what I'm saying is, we like some shitty shit. Like
We do like shitty shit.
we're going to a country show in like an hour.
Yeah, I had to protein up for it.
It's pretty shitty.
Yeah, it's
Country
gonna
just
be
in
amazing.
general.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be fun,
It's gonna be
regardless.
great.
But
It's so great.
like the
Well, I mean, I don't know because I've literally never listened to his music. I'm really just hoping that he plays a bunch of his dad's.
That's all he's
music.
doing.
Good, because
there
then
was-
at least I'll know the music. This is not like a show I need to be like up front in like the crowd for. So like, we can hang back. by the
but
bar.
maybe
I don't think it's gonna be.
He's
I
gonna
think
play-
people are just gonna be dancing.
when he plays like fucking Black Tornado. Because it's gonna happen. That's like the jam. It might be a little bit different. I'm just saying, like, but like, I don't know, like we like shitty shit while also liking good shit. You can like both. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I'm just saying that once you eat like real, like, I guess like some people just live in like that space of like mediocrity.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
whatever,
true.
right?
Where they're like, it's only shitty, and then once you get like a gourmet like meal, they're like, no.
You're like, this is just too fancy for me, and you're like, okay, bumpkin, sit down.
okay.
Put the steak
Not
away.
even
I'll
Beverly
eat your
Hillbillying
steak.
this out right now, like.
So I didn't slap you across
Well, I
the
mean
face
that's
with this.
that's one of those things too. Is like I don't know, like I've gone to like high end places too where I'm like very disappointed in this shit.
Oh hell yeah, totally.
Like when I went to that steakhouse in Denver where it was like $40 for my like 8-ounce steak,
oh my god, that's
and I was like, I was all dressed up. I had my fucking $1,500 suit on. I'm doing the thing. This family fucking like Christmas scenario, which I don't believe, but here we are. And then so I'm like in this fucking like expensive ass suit in this fucking really nice restaurant, and the steak rolls out. It's a steakhouse. It's the first liquor license in Colorado. Was
Oh, I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I know what you're talking about.
and it's like
What
off
you're
of
talking
like
about.
it's like north of DU and
Yeah,
all that
it
shit.
literally is supposed to be like the best
The best
steak
place.
in Colorado. Like
Mine-
TripAdvisor, the people on TripAdvisor
so, like-
are all over this place.
So like my cousin's one was
supposed to
really
be
good.
amazing.
She had a really good like buffalo steak and it was bomb. Mine, not good. Cold, like and like I like my shit pretty raw as it is.
It's probably
Like give me
why
like
it's
medium raw.
Still frozen.
Yeah, but like it was like I'm like no, it was just like so like you could have bad good shit too. Like I'm not
That's
saying
true.
that.
That's
like
true.
where you're like I spent $40 fucking on this fucking steak and it was still trash.
Some shit is like too fancy, right? So like when I travel for work and if I go to California and the company takes us out, they take us to this like a really amazing seafood restaurant. That's where I wanted to go, so they took us there. And
Yeah.
and I'm super fucking picky. And I got this like fish is fish. So that's all I gotta say about that.
No.
Like
But-
whitefish is whitefish, salmon is salmon. Salmon you can make like pretty delicious, but like if you throw like a piece of cod at my face or like a piece, I can't tell you which one is which. But I got this piece of whitefish. It came on like butternut squash puree, had like pomegranate like seeds on it. It was like really, really beautiful, visually beautiful to look at.
You're like,
Should have just gotten the fucking steak.
At a seafood restaurant. That's
Well, everybody got steak because they're like, oh, we're not like big seafood people, and I didn't want to blow it and get like a fucking. I would have gotten lobster if I was not the person that I am. But I'm like, oh, don't order the most expensive thing.
you
on the
probably
menu.
should have.
I
Just fuck it.
should have.
Fuck it. It's on the company card.
Well, freaking John was over there. He ordered himself like this really beautiful steak with like a side of scallops, and I was like, I should have just gotten like fucking
What you
the
wanted.
same thing.
That's
Yeah,
some
I was like,
bullshit.
damn it. But
My thing is, I can't do like lobster or crab, and like in the middle of this goddamn country, it's been
you
4
can't do it
days.
here.
It's
Like,
garbage.
you
But
can't
like
do it
when
here.
I'm out in Maine in fucking April, I'm gonna have some.
Yeah.
I'm not a big seafood fan by any means.
Gotta do, but it's so good. It's
It's
so
very
good out
different.
there.
It's very
Yeah.
different. I'm probably just be buttered the fuck up, which is gonna hurt my stomach, but whatever.
It's gonna be take a latte, but like
Doesn't help because I
Oh,
removed
so
all of the cheese and everything out of my fucking life. I can't even do shitty yogurt. Like yogurt, like murders me.
yogurt's not that great. You're not missing out.
But like a good fucking like
I just
Greek
remember
yogurt,
this,
I'm in.
I fucking slammed plain Greek yogurt, like hardcore, filled up my mouth with it, and then immediately vomited it back out. And it was like I couldn't eat Greek yogurt for a really long time after that.
I actually remember this story because like
Yeah.
you like put it
It was-
out there for everybody.
I was like so. I was like, it was in the middle of like a work day, and I didn't have a job then, so I was like,
I have nobody to tell that I'm fucking retarded.
I'm not getting any attention. Yeah, I should probably tell the whole world of Facebook that I just regurgitated this. But so okay, so like when we were down in Chile and we were sitting like right on the coast, Stevie didn't like used to like seafood, and we got it. They'll literally just give you like a whole plate of like
For like $10.
shit. Yeah, it's amazing. So I was like, fuck yeah, this is so fucking cool. And now he eats sushi. Some baby steps. But he eats sushi.
Yeah, I'm it's like I've had like a lot of seafood. I just like basic sushi does not do it for me.
Sushi's super fucking boring for me. Like, I have to drop a lot of money on sushi to be happy about the sushi choices that I make. So I don't ever go eat sushi.
See, my thing is like, you know what I've learned with seafood and me? Hot sauce all day. Just top it off, like, fuck it, let it burn.
Well, and you know me. I'm like, if you throw like a hot sauce on anything, I'm like, well, okay.
Yeah, it's not really that bad.
Okay.
Did I ever tell you that story? I wish Kyle was in the fucking chats right now, because Kyle did this, actually. Fucking Kyle. So, like, my friends, they had a bachelorette party, and they threw a LAN party. And they bought, like, all these, like, penis suckers and all this, like, garbage. So, at one point, we're taking, like, hot sauce and putting it on the penis suckers and, like making people do it. And Kyle one day, like, one of these times,
I
Kyle...
remember the story, but you
Yeah,
have to tell it.
Kyle fucking like buried this motherfucker with hot sauce, super hot, like probably like 900,000 Scoville, like the whole thing, and just went yard. And my friend Tyler's fucking yard, like throw, like the whole, like it was like this fucking long, like sucker.
Dr. John, they don't even sell them anymore.
What?
I was in there like a few weeks
What
ago.
doesn't?
Dr. John.
Well, yeah, but
Remember when they used to sell
yeah, it's because you just order it in. You don't fucking need to go to these fucking places.
And you don't know if it's going to be good.
Yeah, right. So like, but like, so Tyler's just getting fucking jawed with this fucking like big ass fucking sucker. It's a penis with fucking hot sauce all over this motherfucker. Gah, 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 like.
So bad. Oh my gosh, that's so bad.
And I wish we like were videotaping
I
it at
fucking wish
all
we did.
because it was
That's
just
so
like,
funny.
gah, gah. And Tyler was such a champ. He's like took it like I was like
Champ. Yeah,
champ,
for sure.
like champion Tyler, like goddamn.
This reminds me of, what, 2 Super Bowls now? Like 2 Super Bowls ago? When we lined the hot sauce up on the counter from Lisa to Mosa, and John goes, so what about that one? Do you think that one's hot? And I was like, I don't know, you should just try it. Probably not that hot. And he slammed Mad Dog, right? And just
The gold 20-year anniversary, so like
it's
the mil plus.
so hot. And, well, we didn't see that kid for what, like 45 or like an hour.
he was so mad the rest of the night.
when he came back, we didn't. To be fair, we didn't realize he was gone. We just.
Well, we
just
did
knew
because it was
somebody
kind of
wasn't
quiet.
Constantly, like, on
It was kind of quiet, so
quiet.
we knew he was gone.
So when he came back, we were like, "Oh, hey, buddy, where you been?" And he was like, "I've literally been outside crying. It was so hot. He put so, and he didn't put it on like a wing or anything. He just put it in
Straight
his
to
mouth,
the dome.
straight to the mouth. Yeah, and he was just like, he was done. He was out.
It was
And
fantastic.
he was like, I can't fucking trust you guys anymore because I don't know. And I was
Good.
like, it's literally from, yeah. I was like, you shouldn't have asked us in the first place. This is the easiest trick to play on people when you're like down to do some wings and hot sauce. And we had so much, so many different kinds of hot sauce sitting out there.
We got a bunch. Like I got one right now from Bravado that like Dan and Amanda bought me for my birthday, and I had it at work, and that motherfucker, I just touch it on my eggs in the morning, like just a little bit, and I'm like, Jesus, it's fucking outrageous.
That's how that ghost pepper shit is that I have in the fridge at home. I'm like,
That
okay.
shit. I remember when you you put hot sauce on that fucking the chicken wing. You're like, oh, like I'm gonna try this hot sauce out, and then you brought it back to me, and you're like, I'm like eating it. And you're like, you're gonna hate it, and I was like, it's pretty. Oh fuck you!
Yeah.
Because we were shit faced too. Like we were so drunk, and I was like, oh, okay, I see how
man.
this is going
it
now.
kicks your ass so bad for like a minute, and then you're like, okay.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, and that's what this one is. I had Danny smelt it, and he was like, nope, I will not even try that one.
No.
He's like, nah. I'm like, nah, come on, just try it. It's pretty good. It tastes good. Like, it does taste good, but because from Bravado's fucking good shit.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so I don't know. Hot sauce to me is like my jam these days. I think I have ones that are like over a million.
I mean, we've been doing this shit for for years now, where we're just like, well.
Yeah, I mean,
the one hot sauce I do refuse, I will never put it in my face, is the bomb. Like, I
It's
can't
pretty gross.
ruin my face that way.
Have you tried it yet?
No, I mean, I've smelled it, and I'm like, it's like gasoline. So
You'll have to try it at one point. It's not great. It's not great at all. I
Someday.
threw away 100% pain. Like the bottle, it was not even half
100%
gone.
paint wasn't. It's not even that good.
It's gross. It
Yeah,
tastes like
it's
fucking
gross.
corroded metal to me.
Yeah, it's not good. It's literally just a hot sauce that exists to be like a hot sauce, and that's what the bomb is too. But
We've done some work on that already.
yeah, well,
I mean,
champions.
yeah.
It's us. But I don't know. I was just disappointed in 100% pain because I was like, it's not that hot, and
It just doesn't taste
it's
good.
Also disgusting. So with hot sauce, you either want it to whoop your ass or you need it to be delicious.
I like
or
both. Yeah, both.
Both.
Like that Elijah's is so bomb.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Elijah's
I
Reaper
love
sauce.
that
Anybody
shit.
listening, buy that shit all day.
Is delicious. Yeah, I
So
hunted
good.
it down in Colorado so I could go to the store and buy it, and it was at Cabela's.
Yeah, so good.
It's so fucking good.
So good.
It's my favorite hot sauce.
I mean, the first one we had wasn't that hot, and I was like, oh, this is not a Reaper sauce. But it's really good. So we bought it again, and I was like, oh, I had a bad batch the first time.
Yeah, the one I have, I'm like, whoo, but I love it, and it's amazing.
Yeah, whenever I have that, I'll just die the entire time I'm having it.
Oh, because it's just so delicious.
So fucking good.
It just tastes so fucking good, and it's so good on big city potato burritos.
Well, yeah. Plus, you get the strawberry habanero on top of it. Yeah,
it's
you
just
have
a
to.
fruity, chocolatey, delicious
Yeah,
surprise.
you just give it
It's
the whole
so
thing.
fucking
Get the
good.
lupe on top of it too. Just make it saucy as fuck.
Ooh, we do food so right.
Yeah, you have to.
Gosh, we
There's no
really
point of
do.
doing it wrong.
I
Even when we're eating
know.
healthy and doing the thing, that's
We do food right.
I mean-
which reminds me, I need to get my cookbook back from you.
yeah, it's up there.
I've been thinking about this for a week.
where is that? Oh yeah. Yeah, you can have it back. Whenever you want.
I'll grab it someday.
Have you read my fucking comedy book yet? Nah, you didn't.
No.
Had it 2 years.
I know. I never get around to
It's
reading books.
amazing.
I used to love to read, and then I went to college. And then I had
I'm
to
telling you
read,
right there,
and
that
it ruined
book,
reading
that
for
book
me.
alone. I have another one that's really good too. That book alone, will make you want to read more. It's so fucking good.
Good, because I think the only 2 books that I've read in the past 12 years that I've been like, I'm gonna sit down and read the shit out of this. Or The Alchemist, because I'll read that book over and over again. And then the last Harry Potter book, which wasn't even that good. You can at me on this. It wasn't even that good.
I mean, I don't think J.K. Rowling would even be offended by that scenario.
She's like, I know it was a place.
Yeah, it was the last one.
Ugh.
Nobody wants to
Well,
see
it's
it.
What it was in the form of the script for the play. And I was just like, this is a lot to keep up with. But I read it in 2 days because I'm like, oh my god, I love Harry Potter. And then I was like, this is tacky as hell. Like,
Yeah.
it just was. It was like fucking.
It doesn't really help
Silly.
your scenario at all.
Like, I never got my Hogwarts letter, so I live vicariously through these books. So, like,
Jesus Christ.
you're like, oh, fuck me. What the hell?
What's The Alchemist? It's actually a pretty good novel. It was written by a
It's
Brazilian.
written by- yeah, I think he's Portuguese, but Paulo Coelho.
No, I'm pretty sure Brazil is Portuguese for language.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's Brazilian.
went
Look
to
it up.
college
It's
for
actually
6
like
years.
very interesting. I have a
Yeah.
few qualms with it, much that it kind of degrades the rest of the story in the middle of it. But it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It is really good.
I'm pretty sure he's Brazilian. Alchemist.
So then, oh, I guess I'm lying because I bought some Tom Robbins books when Alan was reading Still Life of Woodpecker, and I bought Even Cowgirls Get the Blues, and that's actually a really good book. So I lied. I read 4 books.
So
4 books.
you've had my
by
book for like
choice.
2 years. Read it. That shit's bomb.
I'm gonna have to read another one. Yes.
It doesn't.
Just kidding.
It doesn't take. Yeah, it's Brazilian.
When do I have? Like,
You
when do I
have
time to-
plenty of time.
Okay.
We all have enough time to like do a little bit more.
I've got time.
Especially like there's no children involved, so we're good on that one.
Thank you.
Yeah. we got time to like do some shit for ourselves and like expand our horizons a little bit.
This is what I do for myself.
You're drunk?
Yeah, otherwise I gotta hang out. Otherwise I gotta hang out with other people. No, that sounded really bad.
Yeah. No. I was like, wait a minute. We do hang out with other people while getting drunk. That's kind of like the point.
I know,
Go pee. Sorry, my bathroom's kind of gross. It's actually not, but I don't like it. It's still under construction, so like it's like not great. But you know, when you get into a house and it's like not fully done, you just kind of have to like keep going and doing the thing. But The Alchemist is a pretty good book. It was translated very well. If you look it up, like I was actually very impressed with the translations. Like the message definitely comes across a lot well. I'm surprised like there's not like a lot more acclaim on it. Like it was one of those books where like presidents have it and they like in the like President like Clinton and stuff like that like had it like where people could see it and kind of shit like that. Look it up. It is a pretty good book, especially if you're kind of like I don't know, like the religious scale. It helps a lot on that one. I'm not, because fuck religion on my own thing. If you believe in it, do your thing. But it's just one of those like good books where it's very like it makes you want to like achieve more in just your basic life. Not that you have to like reach out and like do so much for everybody else. Just do it for yourself. Fuck everyone and everybody else's shit. Much like that's my like motto anyways. Like don't think of like anybody else's garbage. Do your shit. Don't care. Your mother, your fucking child, whoever, make sure you take care of your responsibilities, but don't care.
Philosophy book.
It kind of is a philosophy book in the end game. Like there's a story around it. It's very short. It's not a very long book. So like, it doesn't take a ton of time. I think I read it in like a night and a half. But it is very like, do it for yourself. My biggest problem with that, the way the story goes is it's, you did it for yourself. You did so much shit like on your own, like you did it for you. And then it brings like God and stuff into it at the end of it. That's where I'm torn on the book. But it actually is a very good book. It's very well written. It's very well translated. Things like that. If you like novels, you'll definitely like it. I'm not a novel guy. I like me some like nonfiction stuff, interview books, things like that. That's what I like when I read. But if you like novels, it actually is a very good novel. And that's the only thing I can say on that one. It's very short. Again, a night and a half, 2 nights. If you're slow, a week, but you'll get something out of it. Philosophy book. I mean, it's kind of philosophy. Like everything's kind of like everything should have some kind of philosophy in it. Like when it comes to books, there's always gonna be something like either drive you to continue reading it, or continue like going through your life. There always should be something like that.
I'm back. It's kind of philosophy.
Yeah, I mean, it's a full, like, philosophy scenario.
Yeah, I think a lot of people end up reading it because somebody tells them about it when they're going through like a hard time in their life. And it kind of just becomes like some people's like most favorite book.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that like works out for that one. At the same time, again, like that's what, and I told you this about like the whole thing. It's like when you're reading through, it's like very much like you did it, and then at the end, it's like no, God helped you, and I was like, no, that's not how this works, in my opinion.
Well, and I'm not so much of a religious person like at all.
If you believe, believe. I'm not telling you not to, but
Yeah,
for me,
that's not like a thing here. Yeah, like, and I can see that because I was like,
but don't fucking tell me how to do anything either.
I know, I hate that.
It's like a big thing of like most religions is like, hey, you need to help. You need to do it for us.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no. I'm doing it for me. If you're benefiting on the side of it, good. That's what I want.
Also, like, to me, it like pisses me, like people are like, do you want to hear about like Jesus Christ? And I'm like, no, thank you. And then they're like, yes, you do. And I'm like, no, I don't.
No, I actually
They're,
had this like the other day.
literally running away from them.
So I had to get like a jump in the car because the battery's been going bad like for a while.
Wait,
and
which,
like
on the Subaru?
the Subaru. So like a couple weeks ago, the battery was like being funky, and I charged it, and it's been fine for like it was fine for like 2.5 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then I went to Whole Foods because I'm a fucking basic white person, and I went out.
You can get really good meat there, though.
Yeah, well, produce is the jam.
Produce is the jam. Also, their fish. Because, like, if you go to Safeway, all of their fish is, like, farmed fish.
Fucking garbage.
Which you don't want farmed fish.
Safeway's kind of garbage anyways.
I know.
Who the fuck's...
It's across the street from my house. You think I'm going to drive all the way across town?
There's literally, it's another mile to, like, a fucking good, like, place.
Like a King's?
Like, or Whole Foods from your house.
Oh, my God. It takes me like 15 minutes to get there.
Yeah. No, it
takes me
doesn't.
2 minutes to get to Safeway. It takes me 15 minutes to get to Whole Foods.
Yeah, but either way.
Also, I'm balling on a budget.
Well, I mean, fair enough on that one.
That's not Whole Foods. You know, if I go to Whole Foods, I'm going to get drunk in Whole Foods. Which I've been planning on doing because there's a bar in there now, you guys. We live in Colorado, so
Yeah.
we just got this fun new law that liquor stores can sell alcohol. But like
You mean grocery stores?
Or, yeah. Grocery stores.
I mean, liquor stores.
Litty titties
just
over
right,
here.
yeah.
So like that, like.
My thing
so
is.
now you can get drunk in Whole
So I was
Foods.
telling my sister about Whole Foods. For me, is when I get off work, 4 p.m., do my thing.
It's like it's church.
But I roll in there, and it's faster to go through Whole Foods and get my shit
Because nobody's there.
than go to King Supers.
Oh my God. Well, every King Supers in this town is a nightmare.
Nightmare.
Always. First, none of the parking lots are big enough. Like,
No.
even the one over on Elizabeth, the student one, that parking lot's not big enough.
No, it sucks.
And that parking lot isn't
And
huge.
you're just waiting in line for 25 minutes.
God, I know.
And so, like, that's why I go to Whole
It's
Foods.
wild.
It takes 10, and I'm good to go. Like, and that's scanning everything. It's done. And I'm like,
And they make you feel, it's actually a
I
really
was
good
like-
environment just because they make you feel guilty as fuck if you don't have your own bags. So, like, they're like,
Not anymore.
Did you bring bags? Like, no. They're like,
not anymore. They actually don't care.
really?
Yeah.
Well, I guess their bags are recyclable. It's
Yeah.
not like they use plastic bags.
Yes, there's no some bullshit. But yeah, like, I go over there. I don't know where I was going with this, but I'm getting a jump. Okay, so my battery's dead.
Yeah.
So I get a jump. I like stop somebody at the side, fucking like thing. He's like driving a Tahoe. I was like, perfect. I know exactly where the battery is and all that kind of shit. So it pops up. I jump my car, starts right up, does the thing, put my jumper cables away, and he's like, Jesus loves you. For no reason. No reason.
Well,
You too,
motherfucker
buddy.
does.
Yeah, I was like, you too, buddy. Like,
hashtag blessed.
yeah, I was like, I appreciate the sentiment like in that scenario, but like, I didn't need the Jesus scenario. You helped me out. Thank you. You want a fucking beer? I have beer in the car. Like,
yeah. What do you need?
like
Like,
I'll get you hooked up, but I don't
You
need
like
no
an apple?
I don't need no Jesus loves me scenario
don't have
in
your
that
own.
specific one. You're helping me. Thank you, not Jesus in that specific scenario. It was just so random. I was like, no, like I said it back because he helped me
Word,
out.
yeah,
I
you're
was
like,
like, just being
same.
nice.
Yeah, you gotta be nice about it.
Yeah, like, I'm not gonna be,
the
like,
situation
mad.
didn't go down where he was like, "Fuck you." So
Yeah, I wasn't like,
He's like,
I was
"You
like,
too, man."
don't bring Jesus. I'm not doing
Yeah,
that. Like,
no,
if you
nobody's
believe,
doing that.
believe.
like
I'm
when
not-
we're talking about, we exaggerate the story. But
Yeah.
it's like you should hear some of the shit that comes out of our mouth sometimes
Yeah.
about certain things.
Yeah, I'm not saying like don't believe and shit like that, but like, at the same point, like don't shovel it on top of me. That's all I'm saying.
Well, and that's like kind of my thing too. Like I remember when I was at CSU, this girl used to literally follow me out of class like once a week. the one joke's on her because I almost never went to class. But like when she'd see me, she'd follow me out of class and she'd be like, "Do you want to join our Bible study? I think that you would really benefit from it." And I was like, "Why?" Because I roll in here hungover and look like I just totally had sex last. Like I didn't. I don't show up to school professional, and so like I was like,
No.
"No, thank you."
Yeah. No. Not at all.
Well,
Yeah.
and so even in that situation, I was like, "Oh."
No.
This girl's asked me like
thanks for the
5
sparks,
times.
Lieb.
What?
I get some more sparks. So we're good.
Oh, cool. So I was like, "Oh, I remember you from last time when I was like, don't talk to me, I'll think about it." And I was like, "Oh, you know what?
thought about
I
it.
work nights." Because I didn't want to like, when I was like 19, I didn't know how to get out of this situation. So,
you get to talk now.
oh, great.
Now you're 19, you're thinking about it.
Great, guys. But like when I was 19, I didn't know how to take myself out of an uncomfortable situation. So I would just lie my ass off to people because I felt like that would make, like I'd let people down like easy with that, right? And man, now in like 10 years later, I'm almost 30. Man, I just don't give a shit about how people feel about things. So like when people are like, "Well, do you like want to go on a second date?" I'm like, "No." When before I'd be like, "Oh, maybe." But I'm like really busy right now. It's like you don't want to make people feel bad with like stone cold rejection. But now it just has to happen. Because I don't want somebody texting me like all day and all night, like every fucking day, and being like, "When do you want to go on this date? What are you up to? What are you doing?" When you're like not interested in them, you don't want that. So I don't know. It's just like so silly to me. Just the shit that comes out of our mouths when we retell these stories. We're like, "Did you say that? Did you really say that?" It's like, no. But if I did, it's like so crazy. Dick peas for a really long time. I just want to let you guys know that. Are you still peeing? He just stopped peeing. It's a long pee. Was I peeing that long? Did I pee that long?
No.
That was a long one.
It was, yeah.
That was brutal.
Just a little. There's a distance. I went the distance, okay? I went the distance.
You got a loaded bladder. I'm hydrated as fuck.
Yeah. My new shirt. Pretty dope.
I do like that shirt. I
Yeah.
was going to compliment you on it. Do you like my jean jacket?
Yeah, but I've seen that one before too.
Shoot. I was really going to wear
You bought
the
that
outfit
like
tonight.
you bought that from Target, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this.
I was going to wear like an outfit tonight with these jeans. I really wanted to wear blue jeans. Because I had black jeans on and I was like just not feeling it today. Like,
It's not really a country scenario either.
I also had like cowboy boots on, and then I was like, realistically, I probably don't want to wear these all night.
Nobody does.
Because I have like fashion cowboy boots. I don't have like realistic
real
cowboy
deal,
boots.
like
Yeah,
real deal.
I have like stupid fucking shoes. I have like 5 pairs of them. But like,
Yeah, you do have a few pairs of shoes that you know that are pretty dumb.
never fucking wear. You know, my red cowboy boots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of dumb shit. So like.
I mean, the reality is most of us do have to. I'm wearing J's right now for no
Yeah,
reason.
but these shoes are sick, and I talked Dick into getting these, and they're so fucking sick.
Yeah,
They're like chrome and black. They're sick.
Yeah, they are pretty sick.
dope.
This is the
But
first
like,
time I've
I don't know. I had
worn
like a
like
whole
20
outfit.
minutes, but
Like I had like a denim button up on, and these jeans, and a parakeet, and I was like, and you know what, Dick? It felt right.
yeah.
Like the Canadian tuxedo situation, I was like, I could fucking
So
totally
you should
do
put
this.
the jacket over that too, and then,
But
like,
then
really...
it was just like so bold. Like I was like, someone's gonna be like, "Oh my god, the denim's not even the same kind of denim as our pants," and then we're gonna have to leave because I'm gonna be like, "I'm stupid. Why did I come to this bar where a bunch of losers hang out
I don't even care what anyone thinks at all. I'm gonna wear pink shoes, by the way. That's what we're going with.
tonight?"
Yeah, I got my pink Kobe's. That's what I'm wearing tonight.
You wear your J's for this podcast?
Yeah, only for this podcast. I literally put them on before you got here. Like, I haven't worn them out. I was gonna wear them out today. I was like, I don't want to like fuck them up yet. So like, I put them on for this podcast. So you're welcome.
Yeah. Jeez, you guys are special.
Yeah.
Like I literally had a pair of $400 fried cowboy boots on, and then I was like,
This is
"I'm
gonna get
gonna hate
ruined.
myself all night." Yeah, I was like, if somebody drops beer on these, I'm gonna be devastated.
Yeah, you're gonna be mad.
So I put them away. I probably will never wear these boots. I'll pass them down to my kids, like my mom passed them down to me, and then they can feel guilty about never wearing the boots.
I mean,
They also
fair.
really need to get resold, like really bad.
Oh well, yeah.
They're old. They're like,
It's one of those
older
things
than
too.
I am.
Like when you're wearing like that kind of shit too, like they're not that comfortable. Like like these are like Jordan
I can
ones.
feel the floor.
These are comfortable. Like in general, they're solid.
horrible.
They take forever to put on because like the tops, the mids, they're not like high tops where you can like really like pull them out. It's like you have to like really just motherfucker get in
Yeah.
there like kind of scenario. But like once you get them on, pretty solid.
Gucci.
Yeah, pretty solid. And the chrome is dope. I was afraid, as you know, because I
They're
don't like
so
I don't like
sick.
shiny shit. I don't like shiny shit
They're so
at
cool.
all.
They're so cool.
But these are dope. So
I'm a big fan of chrome. My bike is chrome.
it is.
My whole bike
Like, it
body is chrome.
I'm not a chrome person, but these are pretty dope.
Those are so sick.
I mean, I do have chrome leggings too. I'll wear those.
Yeah, that's true.
I'll
You
have
have like a whole chrome outfit. He has like a chrome vest. Isn't that
No, I don't have
vest
chrome.
also chrome?
No, it's red.
Oh, you're right.
It's like thriller red
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Like it's
like a red.
yeah. It's my sister made that shit. It's fucking huge. I'll have to wear that on a fucking podcast one night.
Pantone red.
Maybe for April on ours, I'll wear the whole
Oh
thing.
my gosh, it's so
The
good.
stripper slosher, like the whole
Yes,
outfit.
It's so good.
Oh, what's up, Alyssa? But yeah, like maybe for the next one, month from now,
Yeah.
like do beginning of months, like
Remember, guys, we only do this once a month with each other.
yeah. At least this. There's still the Dick and Kate show, just not on camera.
Yeah, it's just not on camera.
I mean, at some point, if
Fucking
it pops off, we should do two. So I
The-
have my regular.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
And then
we
I'll
can
have
do
you and
it.
me.
Well, and like to be, maybe someday we can strap like GoPros to our heads and go out to the bars and people can see like what we do, and it'll be hilarious. 'cause
Danger.
We'll be wearing GoPros. We're gonna
Fucking
have to,
danger right
We're gonna have
there.
to prep for that one.
Yeah, that's dangerous because like they're like, how do you guys not die?
Yeah.
On a I mean, we're clearing this before we go out to drink more.
Litty titties.
Yeah, easily.
Litty titties. And it does get wild. And I'm really happy to say, actually not really, because there's a pro and a con to this. This year Dick is blacking out a lot more than he normally does, but because I don't think your body can handle, like I can't go out, like
I'm not fat anymore.
I black out
This hurts a
way
lot.
faster than I used to.
Yeah, like
The true POV.
yeah, true POV on that one. We're at the bars just being clowns, and then you'll hear all these offensive things come out of our mouths.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, people like us.
Yeah, it's
like,
weird.
I know,
It's
we're all
weird.
I'm like, oh my gosh, so sorry about last night, and Jay will be like, you
No,
and Dick were perfect.
yeah, it's
do
always
you
fun.
mean?
It's
Yeah,
always
it's
fun.
always a good time.
Every time I worry about it, like I'll text like Maddie or whatever, and they're like,
Yeah.
no, like you tip great, you were funny as shit, and I'm like, all right, perfect. I'll take that shit. Like,
Thanks for not charging me for any of my drinks.
and that's true too. Like I remember, like we sat like me and Seth sat in front of Maddie like last week, and I got kind of shitty here. I was playing games, drank some beers,
Oh, I burped.
and then like I
Burped and
pulled
coughed.
Seth because like Seth went to bed right after the podcast last week.
Okay, guys, I always joke around about how Seth has a bedtime, and it's so damn true.
No, he's typically good. So we talked. You know, he got mad at me that we talked about shit about that.
Yeah.
He listened to that shit. He's like, no, I hang out more than anybody else. I was like, you're not wrong, but it's entertainment. You fucks.
It's really
It's
good.
fucking
It's
entertainment.
a really funny joke, and he does get like upset.
Yeah, but like he handles
Solitaire.
Jesus. No, it's probably just him barking at me being loud.
Mm-hmm.
But so we went out. We went to play foosball. What a good fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
We saw like this guy. He's gonna be the podcast. He's a fucking old mechanic. He's a crazy person. He's fantastic.
That's gonna be great.
But we're playing foosball, and these old guys are kicking our ass the whole time. Because old guys in foosball, that's what they do. They kick your ass.
Oh yeah, they're good at it.
Yeah, because that's all they had. They had no anything else.
Jeez.
They're playing pool,
They're
playing
good.
foosball, they're playing pinball. Don't challenge any fucking dude over 50 years old. Any of that shit. You can't hang. Trust me.
Yeah.
But like we're playing the game, we're like, let's go sit in front of Maddie for like the last hour. So we're sitting in front of there. I don't remember coming out. It was one of those nights where I was like,
Tonight's probably
fuck, well, 2 nights in a row. But that was last week. Because of Maddie. Both of them were because of Maddie. But I look at my like tab the next day, like, you know, pull up the credit card, like how much money I spent. I had to spend a whole lot. So like I lost count of like 7 or 8 shots. I don't know how many beers I had. And that was after I'd already been drinking. Like, I was like, that's where I stopped counting. And I was like, I'm like, this is going to be brutal. $15. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, are you kidding me? So I texted him, like, did I tip you well enough? Like, make sure. Oh yeah, you were great. And I was like, I'll take it. I'll take the brown house scenario where I barely remember the fucking lift right home. I'll take it.
Sometimes it doesn't always end up being bad. It rarely ends up being bad.
Half the time drinking at home for me is almost more expensive than drinking at the bar. Just because, when you tip well for long enough, you start getting hooked up and do the thing.
You get shit for free at the bar.
Yeah.
We gotta buy it.
I mean, I'm not pretty enough to get it, so my personality pops out. Like, it works out for me.
I just get it. Never about girl bartenders though. Like Jay will throw me a bone, but there's
there's a huge butt.
Huge butt. If I go to the bars and I'm hanging out with you guys, I get shit for free, depending on who's bartending. But if I go with somebody that they think I'm dating,
never.
Yeah, not my
It's
problem
not the
because
same.
I'm not paying for it. But
Yeah, I get hooked up. I mean, wherever I go, I know enough bartenders. I'm a put together drunk, as we've talked about. You and I are that. Get to work, do the thing, no problem.
yeah, we're pretty put together.
I don't ruin my life over being a shit face. All
Yeah,
that.
I'd hate to give people the impression that we're just alcoholics because we're not. We're functioning.
Regular spot.
Well, I have 4, but
We know most of the bartenders.
I was also a bartender in this town too, so it makes it very easy for me. But they would come into the bar when I was bartending, and that was years ago, and
Yeah.
I still know all these people. So I get hooked up. I also tip a little bit too well. Even better than the average bartender, tipping another bartender scenario.
Yeah.
I'm pretty bad about that as far as my pocketbook is concerned. As far as getting free shit,
His pocketbook.
as free shit goes, I get it. I get it good.
Yeah.
And we go to our typical spot at Tony's, and I love everybody there. I bowl with them. I hang out with them. I do the thing. I've had Thanksgiving dinner with the owners, that kind of shit. I get hooked up real well. We were out drinking a couple weeks ago. I'm like, that tab should have been humongous.
When we were with Perry.
Yeah, it should have been. He bought a couple shots, but I bought the rest of them, and that tab should have been a bill 50, easy bill 50, and it was $35, and I'm like, yeah, here you go. Here's $20 on top. So that's kind of the idea. Is you take care of your people, they'll take care of you. That's the whole game.
Yeah.
And that's everything when it comes to friendships, it comes with relationships, everything. You take care of those people. If they're not taking care of you, fuck them. Get the fuck out of there.
Well, and it's always a teamwork scenario because even in a relationship, obviously, in your friendships, obviously, but even at the bar, because you know that if a bartender likes you and they want you to stick around, they're not going to charge you. So you got to pay them out.
You have to. And that's,
give them the take home.
I get
we
so
want
mad.
them to have the money anyway.
I get so mad at my people when they don't tip. I'm like, you make enough money.
Wild. Yeah,
you
that's
make enough
wild.
money. Stop.
Or they tip 15% or something, and you're like, well, you're not coming back to this bar with me.
Never. Fuck you. Fuck you.
We think, for me especially, our whole jam used to be $1 per drink, depending on what drink it was. So we would still tip $1 per beer. I know it doesn't make sense. That's a lot for a
I mean,
tip.
not really. When you look at it now, beers, even a PBR is
Fucking
$4.
expensive. Fucking $4.
So that's 20% tip on that.
Well, yeah, and then it's okay. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. But it doesn't take $1 to pour a beer.
No, but
Right.
at the same time, we still do it. My
But
thing
we
is
we tip our people out like crazy.
yeah, you have to. You fucking have to. I was told last week, I was hey, your friend came in here and he didn't.
Was it me?
With tears of joy.
It was Mike.
Oh, when I was with him.
Yeah. Because I went out
Fuck, I was
right
just gonna tell you one of these stories too about
because
that.
I went out after you guys had left.
Block sweat droplets, person shrugging, male.
Oh, fuck you, Charles. Charles, you're really bad at tipping too.
I literally love how it read us the emoji. It's all wet droplets. What?
So Ashley came to me and she was like, hey, I was not happy with this scenario, and he paid for that. I know he did.
No,
You guys
we
were out?
paid separately.
You paid separately.
So I tipped
well,
her.
either way, the name came out, and I was like,
And it was his name.
yeah.
Not mine.
Yours was on top too.
Son of a bitch!
So I'm just putting it out there right there. Like, it was said.
Oh.
So, like, I'm like, I've known Ashley for like 13 years. So, like, I believe her shit.
I have so much tea for you about this story. We're just gonna say the whole thing.
And that's fine. That's perfectly fine too. But, like, it was like, hey, like, this happened. And I was like, I don't like I'm sure you saw my tweet.
I haven't
No.
been on Twitter in like
Well, that's your fault. That's not my problem.
no.
Like voltaic plants, sweat droplets, goat.
You fuck goats, we know. Everybody knows you fuck
Shut,
goats.
Charlie,
Not the
shut.
right kind of goat, the animal. Not the greatest of all time. But yeah, no, like I was told that, and I was like, motherfucker, and like she told me who it was, and I was like, I know for one, Mike is very bad, like real bad. So like, you might have got like put on that with that because of Mike.
I'm also poor, but I tipped Ashley what I tipped her because she didn't wait on us the entire time.
I fuck you, Charles.
Because she didn't wait on like we ordered all of our stuff at the bar, and then she was like, "Oh, grab your checks," and then it had turned over to her, but she didn't wait on us, so I still tipped her.
Yeah, but at the same time, she
20%.
tips out the fucking bartenders too.
Well, I tipped her 20%.
Okay, that's fine. So maybe your name got put on top because of Mike, who's not gonna watch this shit. So it's fine.
I know, thank God. He's all, oh my God. I almost want to show that video of that on this podcast because it's so fucking funny.
So like the reality is like it was told to me, and I was like, motherfucker. And I've yelled at him before that, like before plenty of
Dude,
times,
he's
like
so
shit tips.
cheap.
So makes so much money.
So much fucking money.
Can't-
Doesn't pay rent. Doesn't have bills.
I don't get it.
Doesn't have any fucking bills, maybe except for his phone
Yeah,
and a car
yeah,
insurance.
No,
Doesn't
yeah, that's
fucking
it.
Pay any fucking
Somehow can't afford to live on 100 G's a year.
bills. Fucking retarded.
I cannot
So
handle
fucking
it.
stupid. So we walk into Tony's that night because
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, hey, why don't you just come on down to Old Town? We'll go down. I want to just like get out. I'm already at the office, so I want to like get out.
Yeah.
I want to go downtown. Whatever. Let's go to Tony's. So we go
Which is
in.
our jam, by the way, in Fort
Yeah, we
Collins.
just really like it.
Ballin'.
It's always been our place. It's everybody's place. But like,
Yeah, everybody's welcome.
we walk in and I see Maddie and I go to wave at her and she's busy with like a full bar downstairs. So I was like, she's not gonna see me. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna wave at her. And he goes, well, I bet she'll stop working for me.
No.
I doubt it. For what? So then we're upstairs and we're drinking a couple of beers and we're like hanging out with Becca and the music is so loud, but they're playing like kick ass music this like particular day. The DJ started like really early. There's Mardi Gras.
Weary cat face.
Charles,
Get the fuck
I will
out of here, Charlie.
boot you, you
Shit.
fucking clown.
No, so like there's Mardi Gras beads everywhere. They're gearing up for like a big party that night, right?
Yeah.
So I'm still in the beads because I got drunk.
That's fine.
I hadn't eaten like all day, so 2 beers. There you go. And then I don't know, it's weird. So like, I have the beads on. We're doing our thing. Ashley comes over and she says hi, but she's not our waitress yet. And we're like, oh no, we just ordered everything up at the bar.
I'm the only viewer.
You are not the only viewer, Charles. I have a few others. Dick Love's no longer in here, but
I think that's because we weren't talking.
it's possible. Oh, my little sister's here.
Hell yeah. That's
Where's
awesome.
my? Have you worked on the Hey Arnold scenario? Do I like need to like get you like some paint? This is from like a couple weeks ago. We were like working on this like Hey Arnold scenario.
That's dope.
Like
Feel, but
Bud, Charles, I'll come to your house, slap you, and then go to my show.
We got time, man.
Yeah, we do.
We do. So we're like hanging out there, and fuck, where was I going with this? Fuck. Anyway, he's just Mike being Mike is like kind of
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I'm really hungry. Do you want to get like
I might need
some?
paint. It's a rather large painting, but I'll see what I can do first with what I have.
Just tell me what you need. I'll send it to you or whatever you need, Lily. I got you. So Mike's being Mike, which is normal.
So Mike's being Mike, and I was like, hey, are you hungry? Because I'm fucking starving. I haven't eaten since like noon. It's fucking 7 o'clock. Like, let's eat. And he was like, well, what do you want to eat? I was like, I don't know. Let's get some wings. And so he gets his own 10 wings. Because I was like, it's 10 wings. You just want to split some wings and get like a couple of slices of pizza. And he's like, well, if you want pizza, go to Surfside. I was like, I literally work right next to Surfside. Like, I don't gotta go to Surfside like right now.
With medical masks.
Last week was coronavirus, actually.
Yeah. And so we get wings. And I don't know, like, he just was being like kind of, probably because this particular day he had been drinking already. He was like upset about the work thing.
Mm-hmm.
So he had been drinking like since lunch anyway. And I was just like, I wanted to have fun with you, but like, it's not fun.
Charles will enjoy all of this conversation, by the way.
I know Charlie loves
Yeah.
it. And that's the tea. But no, so like we go to check out and Ashley brings our checks. And this is really the only time so I'm like, well, I'm not tipping Ashley, I'm tipping Becca. So I tip Becca out. And I don't know what Mike did with his shit.
Well, it's a Mike scenario. Like I understand. I know who does it, and it's not the first time we've gotten into anybody about their shit, as I do.
God. It's just like, so I'm like, I can't fucking take you anywhere because you make me look bad.
Yeah, and that's. Oh my god. I want to murder your bitch ass. Hey, look. Muted.
So go.
You're
go,
fucking
go.
muted. I'm gonna be my little sister moderator for my Twitch chat.
She should be.
She's amazing.
Great at it.
I love that my 17-year-old sister is like the shit. She's amazing. Probably better. She's not better than the rest of her siblings, but like we're on par. Like we're all on par. I love my little sister. Like it's amazing. Like just tell me what you need. I got that paint all day.
You guys are super lucky with your siblings. I have two
Well-
older sisters, and I'm like, fuck. What's that about turkey?
It's Charles. Just being
What did he
Charles.
say?
Something turkey. All he knows how to. He can't
What about a
speak.
turkey?
It's
bitch?
only emojis. He has
only
nothing.
emojis.
He's got no response to anything. I did get.
Well, I'm hoping he says something fun because last time I talked to Wingate wants to suck my dick. So
Yeah, that's true. Wingate likes to
I'm
suck dick
fi-
though.
I'm
So
fishing for some love over here. I wish I could like tie it back to Charlie Raven's like a fishing pole and like a fish.
well, you can just tell him because he's listening to it. So
Fishing pole heart. Fishing pole heart.
what?
Is there like a fishing pole emoji? Do you think? We should
Yeah,
do
there is.
that. I'm about to start
What,
sending
hearts?
this to people. Fishing for love, like like fishing.
But
for
to
compliments.
Charles?
I'll take it where I can get it. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'll take Charlie's love. Me and Charlie get along really well because neither one of us have put our fingers up each other's butts. And
He gets along with me, and I've done that to him.
Yeah, I know.
So that's not my
Yeah.
fault. He likes things up his butt. And he likes fucking goats.
We both think the same people are stupid.
Well, I generally think everybody's stupid, so there's that.
It does make sense.
Maybe because everybody's fucking stupid.
Everybody is stupid. It's one of my favorite things.
Yeah, they're all dumb as shit. Charles, the dumbest smart guy I've ever met in my entire life. Or the smartest dumb guy.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
yeah, that's probably better. But he's funny too. And like, I'm not trying to
Well,
like
there's a reason why he's been my friend
gas
for like
him up,
9 years.
But like, he's okay.
He's all
But
right.
like this one time. Oh yeah, I'm just kidding. Like talking about shit. I mean, he's literally gonna be like the best man in my wedding. But like, dude, I do not fuck with Charlie, dude. I fucking hate him. Fucking hate him. Best guy.
I really wish
Best
that we
guy.
could show that video to the person that it's about.
I
in
know,
our
me
lives.
too. Like, if it literally wasn't his like name,
Actual name.
yeah, then I would show it to him and he would laugh about it.
Oh, yeah.
But, like, it's literally his
actually
name.
him.
So he would know exactly why I'm showing.
I love
it to
when
him.
you said that to me. I was like, this is our conversation at any given time about this person because, god damn it. Oh, what's up, Nick?
Should we text that video to Charlie?
Yeah, and then tell him what it is. You don't make it work, Nick. You met Nick. You remember Nick from his LAN party?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. So Nick's in here being we're
Nick's
doing
a
we're doing
human
Nick's
being.
things. Nick things.
Okay, let me.
Yeah. Just go to my like text messages like thread
isn't it?
because you have it.
It's right here, right?
No,
This is not it?
no, it's not that one.
This is the Liddy Titties one?
Yeah, that's the Little Titties one. Holla. How you doing, buddy? I miss you. I want to rub up on them. Knicks Unite, yeah. I want to rub up on you at some point soon. I just want to let you know that.
That's so nice. What a nice,
Yeah,
loving gesture.
yeah.
Oh my
Knicks
god, we
Unite.
send so many text messages to each other. Really, in like the past 3 weeks, like quite a bit, more than normal, I would say.
Maybe more than normal, but like
More than
not that
normal.
much.
Maybe
It's
more
also been like 2 months since you sent it to me.
This is it.
You usually call me, so like any of the text.
Tonight's about to be Liddy Titties, and I am the farmer brother.
Yes.
This is it. Right?
Don't. Well, now if Mike actually listens to it,
Oh, because I can't. Oh fuck! I think I have Charlie's number still.
if not,
Oh my god, stop.
we don't need like a fucking strike on this shit. Corona out of my mind. We did the Corona last week. The coronavirus for sure. We got the Crush. We got the Fireball. We're gonna see a country show here shortly. Because we're stupid, we actually like send that to Charles so we can like get a response.
Okay, I think
Because like
Charlie,
we
I'm gonna
got,
send it to you in
Messenger's fine.
Messenger. Yeah.
Because we got like we gotta leave in like 10 minutes, 15
Why
minutes.
didn't it work? I told it Messenger.
I don't know. Imagine
Well.
a millennial bad at their phone.
Facebook. Oh, I don't want to share.
Not
it
on
to,
Facebook.
like-
No, you have Messenger installed.
Yeah, I know,
So
but
it's not-
like I texted it
So
to you.
do
No like for real LMAO, I'm quarantined from work.
and then this one. And then yeah.
Dope. Okay. Okay, Charlie,
Quarantine
you have to
from
watch
work.
This.
Did you get the Corona?
And
the
it's
Corona.
exactly about the person.
Yeah, the name is the same, and you'll get it.
It's amazing. You're gonna
Quarantine
love that
from work. That sounds like a fucking very Nick thing to do. Man, these 2 hours have like plowed by.
These have blown by. This sucks. I hate to
Plowed by.
leave.
We got like 10 minutes, and then we'll fucking like have to like cut it. But I'm having a good goddamn time.
I'm having
with
such a
this.
good time.
And you, obviously. My shit's over here.
I like the afterthought.
Caca!
I like the afterthought on that one.
I was like, shit, they're all empty.
I better tell Caitlin she's also a part of this. Having such a good time with all and you.
Well, obviously. Because
But
my
Travis,
boys,
message me back after you watch that.
yeah,
You have to.
mess,
It's so fucking funny.
dude, you will know exactly who it is. This is like when like comedians talk about other comedians when they're like,
Right?
I'll tell you after the stream.
Yeah.
But we're doing in the middle of it, but just not really. So quarantine from work. I think you're just got to be just jacking off at home. That's all you're doing. As long
That
as you're
doesn't
actually
sound like a bad situation.
No, definitely not. Sounds like a very Nick thing to do.
Yeah, I think it'd be like super dope to be. Well, I work from home, so I can do whatever I want to. But to just like jack it in the
Yeah.
middle of the day.
It's the best. It's like sun's out.
Yeah, it's so.
The windows are open.
It just really is a totally different experience.
Yeah, it's so much better.
It is so much better. Nobody else is
much
home.
better. Yeah.
Yeah, it's dope.
Can't
I
hear
live
it.
by
Like you
myself
just like
also.
you just turn the fucking volume up. Like
Yeah, who's
Yeah.
gonna hear it?
nobody. It's the best.
Well, I live in an apartment, so I just leave the windows open anyway. And
Yeah.
just blast it.
Fuck it. Just put on like the
Porn on
speakers,
the
the
side,
whole
yeah.
thing.
That's
Yeah,
what I
it's
was
the
thinking.
whole jam. What are you gonna
it's
say?
too loud.
Nothing.
I'm like, well,
Yeah. What do you?
like my neighbors haven't heard it. Me doing it.
Yeah. Like well,
sorry.
they're also
Sorry when my
loud as shit. So
God, they are. Did I tell you about the other night when they had like a super fast quickie?
no.
It was just wild. Like it was super. Like I never hear them have sex. It was like 2:00 in the morning. I couldn't sleep for shit, and like it was just all bed.
Yeah.
And it was over, and I was like,
Well,
that was only like 30 seconds. That was amazing.
that's brutally short
I mean, it was fun for someone.
for one of them.
I was happy about it. I was like, thank you.
Because you didn't hear the whole
Yeah, I was like,
thing.
well, because he moans louder than she does.
How?
I don't know.
She's so loud, just in
She-
general.
Her voice is just like, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
But like, I never hear her. When I hear them having sex, it's him. Because he is like, he's
What?
a moaner. He's not like a talker. He's like a moaner.
But her, she's so loud on any given
She
occasion.
doesn't, yeah, which can only mean like a couple of things.
Somebody's not working out in this scenario.
Something's weird. Which
Yeah.
can make, like, I've lived there for what, like 6 months?
A little
little
over,
more?
but like, yeah, roughly.
A little over? A little
Yeah,
under?
a little over.
Okay. And I've only heard them have sex twice. And they've heard, like, I definitely know that they've heard me have sex more in 1 week than I have heard the entire time I've lived there. That is, like, how nuts that is.
I mean, fair enough on that one, but at the same time, like, gosh, she's so loud just in general. Like,
Her voice carries like crazy.
it's like, well, and she doesn't shut the fuck up.
God, I know. She's talking all
Ever.
the time. It's
There's
crazy.
no way. Maybe he's just making the bed shake just regardless. He's just all by himself. Maybe that's the case, and that's why
He's
you.
just in there jumping
that's-
on the
yeah,
bed?
that's why you don't hear that scenario. It's just him.
I don't know because I don't know. I think
just
that
saying,
maybe
there's no
that
way.
she just doesn't
There's no.
like having sex with him.
Well, that's possible.
It is. I mean, we've seen.
I
it.
don't.
We know.
She's
Yeah.
gross too. Like, they're both kind of gross. You're like,
That's this is one of my favorite best friend moments. We're like,
I'd probably just rather touch myself. I'm
God,
sorry.
they are both gross.
They're both gross.
She has the worst smoker's cough too, because she just slams cigarettes. Like, all
Yeah,
day.
it's like the
so,
whole
like,
day.
She'll be literally right outside my window, and she's just like hacking away.
Ha, ha,
I'm
ha.
like, take a walk.
Do something else.
Do anywhere else. You don't have to smoke
They're
like
both gross.
they are gross.
I mean, I guess they're gross together at some point, but
Well, but the flip side of it is that he is really nice. Like he's like a super nice person.
yeah,
But like she's not.
I think this kind of beat into him at this point, though.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. Like he is like somebody has to be nice to their kid.
It's
It's
true.
a whole fucked up situation.
Yeah, it's
guys.
very
It's a
terrible.
whole weird
It's
situation.
very terrible. They're both gross, though. No way. I get nothing, and I would not do that. No.
Ugh. I've gone a long time without like even trying to like be in that situation, and I'm like, I would rather be like celibate. I saw this article. Speaking about that, I saw this article, and this woman was like, I swore off dating when I was 35, and I haven't had sex in 10 years, and it's the best thing I've ever done with my life. And I was like, I think you just talked yourself into that.
It's definitely
Like,
that scenario.
yeah, I was like, did you make the choice like at the beginning to swear off dating, or were you just like not get it? Was it like so overwhelming that you like couldn't handle it, or were you just like, I don't know. I didn't read the article. I just read like
You just read the fucking like
it
title.
was like a New York Times
Ha-ha.
article, and I read the title and I
and
read
then like
the,
the like the snippet
yeah,
that you
and
get
I
with
was
for
like,
free.
I don't feel like I want to read this article.
No. This sounds dumb. It's dumb.
Yeah, I was like, that's okay.
Especially like it's so dumb. It got published in a fucking scenario that other people knew was dumb.
I couldn't handle it. I was like, whatever. Okay. Well, I can tell you that this 10 minutes hit at like a really good time because I'm actually almost too drunk to keep like talking on this microphone. Like I'm just getting like lazy drunk now. Where I'm like,
All right, well.
like I still want to go do things, but I'm like tired of holding my head.
You're like, ah.
But this has been a blast. Like I really love this.
Always.
And Charlie,
Every
did you
time.
watch that?
Well,
Is he still on?
maybe. I don't know. You got a few watchers right now.
Oh, I have like 4 messages. Oh. He said I had to come mess with you guys.
What?
But did you watch it? I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
about you messing with us. Did you watch it?
Of course. Mess with us all the time. All right. Well,
Yeah, we should probably sign.
this has been the Dick and Kay Show.
This has really been the Dick and Kay show.
We actually like got
Yeah,
into
this
the.
is like actually
We
what it's
actually
like
like
to be
rolled
friends.
into like a little bit like. I don't know if I told you this. John was like, I'm waiting for the Dick and Kate show, like the real Dick and Kate show the last
Oh
time.
man, the last time sucked.
Yeah,
it
well,
also
no, it
starts
didn't
out
suck.
with me.
It didn't suck.
But it also starts out with me like even this one started out with like my fake laugh, like and then it like goes into.
But
the
like
rest.
he
It's
was like
okay.
yeah, like I'm waiting for the actual scenario to happen. It never
like
happened.
the real thing.
And we started a little bit. We
We tiptoed into it. We
just
dipped
tipped
our
out.
toes, if you
We
will.
can do a little bit more.
Yeah.
But like that's for like the next time. We're like
The real Dick and Kate show.
Real, like-
they did get like a really good snippet of us, and we were like, I mean,
yeah.
like-
So like it's coming. Like the real Dick and Kate
it's
show.
coming.
Like
we're getting used to, we're
we just-
vibing into it.
yeah. Like I'm not afraid of anything that's going like in the scenario by any
Okay,
means.
we're getting ready to show you guys what our real.
Yeah,
Kate
it's coming. It's coming. The real Dick and Kate show is
It's
coming.
fucking wild.
But like it's not here yet. But a little bit. You got a little taste.
you got a
a
little
little
bit.
taste. But this has been the Dick's Patio podcast, and we'll see you fucking next week. Cause yeah.
Cause yeah, bye guys.